Boom, boom, kaboom! Welcome to another Tuesday night edition of everybody's favorite R-rated gaming podcast, Gaming After Dark. I'm your host, Mr. Boom, boom, kaboom. Nukem is in the room. It's going to be a dynamite show. Can't believe we're at episode 30 already. Where does the time go? Obviously, the panel is on standby and ready to jump right at it. We got a couple of good topics tonight. I'm sure we're going to have another great discussion, but let's bring in the panel and let's get this show on the road, and then we'll acknowledge the incredible chat as we always do. Starting with the shaded wonder himself, the GameComplainers, aka Perry, is in the building.
What's going on, everybody? I just got to say one thing. Norm! Rest in peace.
Where everybody knows your name. Doom, 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 doom. Now you're resting in the grave.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace, George Wendt. You'll be missed.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Let's bring in, we got the Red Menace himself is ready to kick things off. Proto Foxy.
It's your friendly neighborhood Red Menace here, ready to kick off the Dirty 30 episode of Gaming After Dark. Do you know where your mom is at? I do. And yeah, let's pour one out for our fallen homie George Wendt. Cheers.
You bet.
And then let's get to it.
Bringing in a man who's snorting cocks, Sir X-Man.
Damn.
Bowling. Keep those ballies rolling.
Still talking about his balls.
This strike keep going. Bowling. Let's go.
Welcome
everybody.
to Gaming After the Bowling Alley. Let's go. All right.
Everybody have fun tonight.
Speaking of bowlers and guys who've been getting their ass kicked in bowling, apparently, it's your Wicked Hawt in the building, live from under the sea.
Kicking ass, getting my ass kicked. I don't know about you, but anything Sir X-Man says is a lie. It's Gaming After Dark, baby. Let's get this shit going.
Hey, we got it on video, dude.
No, there's nothing like that. Deny it.
Damn, he was calling you Barry Bonds and shit, juicing and everything.
Yo, dude, I seen him, man. I seen him.
Man.
He was like the big Lebowski. He's like, I seen Lon. Seen him cock it back on me. What the fuck?
And we got a special guest tonight, live from the Starship Enterprise. Coming in hot and heavy is our good friend of the show and his awaited return, Fuzza. We know Miss Frank. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you again for having me on. This is awesome. I'm excited.
Don't be. You might say, "Why did I do this?"
No.
You haven't been on since before the April Fool's episode, so.
That's right. Yeah, I got tricked by that, by the way.
Oh, that was so good, dude. Watching the guys who were
a lot of people's eyes.
Watching the guys who were closest to Perry get suckered in the worst was kind of funny. I hate to say it. I do apologize for it, but it was kind of funny in the end of the day.
Man, those people put Perry on a mood swing, boy. I swear I was wicked.
Yeah, wasn't the Fred's video alone? That was a doozy.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
He called me everything under the sun, that guy.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
You Canadian bastard.
Yeah, he didn't have enough expletives for me that day, I don't think. That was great. I laughed it off. It was good times. Yo, Milfman's in the house. All right, speaking of people in the house, let's catch up with the chat because they are always a big part of this show. Very important. The MVPs. We got Weston coming in hot and heavy. First person in the chat tonight. Our good friend Cyber Cutter is in the building. Are always opinionated, but good friend Cyber. Trying to keep things on the level. We got Will777 is hanging out with us. I saw him playing some Doom the other night. Looked like he was having a great time. Talos Ray is in the building as well. We got Pink Pickles here. Good to see Pink is in the building. We got Dre Venero hanging out with us tonight. We got Infinite Hero 79 is also here with us. Stevie Mack is in the building. Cougar Man is here. Dizzy Delta, my good Canadian friend. Sorry about your lease, bro. They blew it again, man. My heart does go out to you, dude. I don't know how a team can constantly blow
Wait a
it.
minute, is he a Maple Leafs fan? Is he a Maple Leafs fan?
Disney Delta's a Maple Leafs fan. Yes, he is.
Oh, my God. Put fucking nets. Put nets around the building. He might jump. Put nets. I'm a Bruins fan, so oh, my God. I'm so sorry.
Oh, damn.
What's
so sorry
the guy on ESPN, Stephen Ames, is it? What's his name?
I can't remember, man.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen Smith. Yeah, Stephen A. Smith on ESPN. He called the Toronto Maple Leafs. He goes, "They are the Dallas Cowboys of the NHL."
Oh my god!
Oh,
dude.
that's harsh.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Compared to the Cowgirls.
They break hearts, dude.
Well, that's it, eh? Spidey King is in the building. What's going on, Spidey King?
What
Good to
Spidey?
see you here. Yeah, we got some great people already in the chat tonight. Alrighty, let's quickly just find out what everybody's been playing. Let's start around the panel. Let's go with Perry. Perry, what game has been on your docket, or have there been multiple games? Have you been knees deep or balls deep in Doom?
I'm about 4 chapters in the Doom. I played it a couple days ago, and I didn't go back to it because we've been busy all weekend. But yeah, I actually got it on Steam too as well, so I'm ready to go.
How did the sleeping stream go? I jumped into something the other night, and all I saw was a bunch of people in sleeping bags or something. I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Hey, well, the second night we made $80, so
Oh, nice! God damn!
That's awesome.
Do a live stream me in a sleeping bag.
and Fred made over $100 pouring green milk on his head. So there you go,
dude. When he had the Oreos on his head, I was like, the way the milk was like running off his head, it was such a fluid motion. He looked like Shrek. He looked like Shrek for a good second in time.
It looked like toxic waste. You guys like it was hard to see on camera, but in real life, that milk was green. It was
Someone's gonna park there and they're gonna be like, "Is my car leaking coolant?" What is it?
Yeah, right.
And they're like,
yeah, it was all over the street when I left hours later.
Also, like that milk from
the street. It was green later that night.
Oh my!
Was it like the green milk that Luke Skywalker had in The Last Jedi or whatever?
It was Minecraft milk.
That was Minecraft milk. So we gave Microsoft, their 28 cents profit.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. I was fucking dying. I was dying. Oh man.
Oh yeah, cheese Oreos. It just sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I would have thrown up.
Yeah, not a combination I would have ever thought would be echoed from somebody's mouth. That's what Pink Pickles put in the chat. Sir X-Men still gloating. He's even dropping his own super chats.
That's right. Spend your money. Spend your money, buddy.
Go ahead, Barry.
Damn.
Bowl 266 on Wicked Sunday. I have a lot to teach bowling. There you go.
Oh, he's lying. Take that 2 down to a 1.
Thanks for that, Sir X-Men. You're awesome as always. Proto Foxy, what games have been on your docket? Obviously, sounds like you haven't played Doom yet, according to the chat prior to the show. But anything else been on the docket?
Oh yeah, I've been playing a lot. I was told I had to wait for Dark Ages because that's going to be a gift coming up for my birthday in a couple of weeks. So it'll be nice to save the $70 on that, but at the same time, I'm like itching. But in preparation, I've been going through, and now I'm actually playing 2016 on Xbox because I had bought it for my son. I bought him all the Dooms on Xbox a while ago, and I'm like, well, I've already now triple dipped into all of them because I beat them on PlayStation and Switch, so now I'm just going to beat them on Xbox. So that's where I'm at, and then I'm bouncing back and forth between that and Stubbs the Zombie on PlayStation.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Stubbs the Zombie.
Game's such a trip. If nobody's played that, like if you don't remember it from like the OG Xbox, and I don't know if it's still $2 on the PlayStation Store now, but if it is, it's worth it, man. The game's a riot.
Nice. I don't think I've ever played it. I know the game you're talking about, but I don't think I've ever played that one actually.
Yeah, and it was funny because I went back and I'm like, well, shit, now that I have it on PlayStation, the remaster version of it, let me go see if I can track down the original. And right now I'm kind of hitting a wall because everybody wants about $40 for it. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend $40 on an OG Xbox game yet.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah.
Right on. Sir X-Man, obviously when you're not playing bowling, have you been playing anything else, or is that pretty much the deal?
Ooh, died on
I dip and dabble.
I think it's
delay there.
You hate to see it.
I had myself on mute because I was doing something on my phone, so I didn't want to, talk in the chat, in the stream. But I dipped and dabbled. I dipped in Doom a little bit. I kind of like it. It's cool. I played some Battlefield. Well, we played some of them other arcade games that are in there too. We did a little pool. We did some other stuff that wasn't part of that collection with the bowling game and stuff. So I had a good relaxing week.
Nice.
Relaxing, yeah. Too bad I frustrated Wicked for the work week, and now he's probably like, "Get that."
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You can shake that shit off.
It's been smooth. Catching up on a few shows that I've been wanting to check out. That's about it, bro.
You're Wicked Hawt. What games have you been playing this past week besides bowling?
Well, besides bowling, I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Love it so far. And I've been going back. I went to play Tony Hawk 1 and 2, the remakes on PlayStation. Because I didn't finish it. Apparently, I thought I went through that one. I did it on the Switch and the Xbox. I was like, you know what? We're here. Why don't we just finish it up? And
another game I can make you feel bad in. I play you.
Oh, you want to run in Tony Hawk, bro? You want to run?
Anytime.
I'll make you run your.
You know that's a You know that's a multiplayer game too, right? We can have a lot of people in the arena getting scores.
Right, Mr. X-Man.
That'd be nice. That'd be fun. Sounds like a good community.
I'm gonna give you that smoking fucking Tony Hawk, boy. Oh, it's on.
Oh yeah. Bring that shit.
Nice. I like it. I like how this panel's got a lot of variety going on here. It's pretty good stuff. And how about you, my established guest, Mr. Fuzza? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages, obviously, which is excellent. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And I've also been playing The Precinct. I'm really enjoying that game, actually. I saw
everybody's liking that game.
It's so weird because I saw like a clip of it and I was like, wait, what game is that? And it had just come out and it was cheap. It was like $20 on Steam. And I had downloaded it and checked it out and I was like, oh, I got to get this. So I've been playing that. Nice. It's kind of like old school Grand Theft Auto meets like Police Simulator. I don't know. It's pretty good. It's definitely worth $20 to me.
Are there repercussions for your actions in the game?
Oh yeah, you can't just do whatever you want. I mean, I'm sure that people are gonna make mods and cheats and stuff for it, but you get in trouble if you do something bad.
Oh, you playing it on PC?
Back to your car, just a little bit of coke. Throw the bag in there.
It's actually free on Xbox.
No, that's the other Police Simulator game.
Wait, that's the game.
I don't think Precinct is on Game Pass.
Newf, you just got that game physical, right?
I did, yeah. But I don't think it's on Game Pass.
That's the one on Game Pass is a Police Simulator game, which is also
okay.
But the Precinct is locked to 30 frames on console, so if that's a deal breaker for you, you got to get it on PC. But I mean, it's not like it's
Game Pass. You can download it to PC, so you can lock it higher.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't keep it.
It's not like it's that graphically intensive that it matters, but to me, I was like, I have a PC, I'll just play it on there. But it's a great game. Everyone should at least check it out. I think there's a demo on Steam anyway, so you could try it out.
I might check out that.
Yeah, because actually, I was just looking at it, and it's got like a countdown for it for release. So maybe it's like early access is what you're playing.
I thought it was in early access and then it came out, but maybe it is still in early access. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's been getting updates every day.
Out 22nd.
Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe I got it early.
Did you pay for it early? Because what happens is sometimes I've seen it. You buy a game when it's in early access. You just say I'm going to pay for it now, and then when it gets released, they don't tell you when it's been released, but it's out already. But since you've already had it because you played the beta, and stuff like that, and you wanted early interest into the game, then they just unlock it, and then there you go. You already had it already. It did with me like that with a set of course and some other games back then.
I paid for it, so I'm sure it'll unlock if that's the case.
Nice.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, as for myself, I've been kind of all over the board lately with games, but I mostly, believe it or not, I don't have Doom: The Dark Ages yet because I don't have Game Pass, and it's on my games to get list, but I'm not like jumping out there right away for it. Like, I'm okay with waiting for a sale on Doom: The Dark Ages or what have you. Like, it's not one of those upper echelon games for me, if that makes any sense. But I do like Doom. I've been actually going back and playing the 2016 game because I realized I never did finish it. So I've been going back and playing that. I think I got like part of the ways or halfway through on the PlayStation when it came out. And now I'm playing it on the Xbox. So I'm almost finished. I think I'm at the last boss, like a giant fucking horned devil looking dude.
Oh no!
Yeah, the big one in that arena with the that's a pain.
He's kind of in the arena. I'm assuming that's the last boss.
Nope, that's the cyber demon. That's the boss before last.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I was going to say this guy's got 2 lifespans already. I killed him, and then he comes back.
And that guy likes to run. Yeah, and that guy likes to run. And try to run you over.
Oh, I love that boss fight.
Yeah, great game. Loving every minute of that one. And I've been playing Assassin's Creed Mirage because I'm trying to finish that one up so I can get back to Assassin's Creed Shadows. I like Mirage. I actually thought it was quite a pretty damn good game. And it's a little bit more focused than some of the bigger titles, so that's good. And like I said, I just picked up the Precinct. You just saw that there. I saw somebody play this game, actually. It was they were playing it probably like almost a year ago. I think it was on PC. It might have been a preview phase at the time, but I know somebody was playing it, and I was like, that game looks really cool because it's got this really cool top-down aesthetic to it. You know, like Frank said, kind of reminds you of the old GTA 2 kind of deal, but with higher end graphics. It's sort of set in a 80s cop world, and you actually play as a cop instead of being a robber and all that shit. So it actually looked really intriguing, and the price was good, and it got a physical copy, which is cool. Comes with a steel disc and everything for a steel book for fucking $50, right? So can't complain. I'm going to try that out, and hopefully it's a decent game. I definitely think it'll get my money's worth. Everybody that I've heard talk about it so far said it's a good game. So yeah. I just want a quick shout out. I want to shout out to the Wise Old Gamer. I was able to go over on his Waste It with Wise Friday night there. Had a fantastic time. I didn't get to show up till basically the show was just about over. So I think Sir X-Men had already jumped out of the stream at the time, but still had a great time. Lemon and the gang hung around for almost 2 hours after I got there, which was crazy. But I just had a great time. We had a lot of laughs and all that stuff. And Lemon looks at me and goes like, "What the fuck is up with Newf? What the hell's with his face? He looks fucking different. He looks really young. You're like, you taking those face things or something?" It was funny. He was he couldn't get over the way I looked on the stream. He was like thinking I took some kind of a modifier. I was like, no, it's me, man.
Went back in time.
So yeah, crazy shit. But anyway, let's get the show on.
But I'm not gonna say nothing.
Not gonna say nothing. Yeah, I didn't get to make it when Cells was on. We were trying to get High Cells on tonight, but I don't think she could make it, so I never heard from her anyway.
Nah.
But that's okay. We got Frank here. Even better substitution. I like it. So let's get the show on the road. Let's start off, since we're kind of segueing into the Doom. The game is finally out in the wild. People are playing it. We're sort of got a mixed bag depending on where you go and the reaction to it. Obviously, there's like 3 million, I think, active users or something like that. I think the peak was about 31,000 or something at one point until it on Steam. But regardless, it looks like there's lots of people playing it. The panel has obviously proved that a lot of people have bought it and have this game already. And it looks friggin' hella good. It looks hella fun. So let's talk to the panel. For those of you who've had it and played it, I at least want to know, like, what's your initial reactions to this game? How does it stack up versus the last two? And how does the new play control dynamics change? I mean, obviously they have the shield now, which is definitely going to change the way you interact with the different enemies and stuff. So let's take it away. And we will start, I guess, with Perry first, since he has played it. And then we'll kind of go down the list. I know Proto has it, I haven't, so I don't really have much to say on it. Other than it looks dynamite. I can't wait to get it at some point. So Perry, take it away.
Looks fantastic on PC. Runs like a dream. All I could say is fast action. Like, you're just in it. The controls are fast. It's just fluid. Everything is great. This feels like a different type of game completely from 2016. 2016, it's like, it's Doom. It's a remake, whatever. Yeah. But this game is like light years ahead of it. So, I mean, this is what you do. You improve on these games. And, id and Bethesda, they did a fantastic job with this one. I can't wait to finish it. I'm already like I said, I'm 4 chapters in. What I've been playing has been phenomenal. At some point, you get into a mech, kind of like the Megazord or whatever, and it's pretty cool. I really enjoy it.
Nice, man.
Now I gotta ask you, Perry, did you play Eternal?
I played Eternal probably for about an hour when it came out, and I just never went
really?
back to it.
Oh, so you wouldn't have a basis of comparison how this goes against Eternal, just more 2016?
Yeah, Eternal was more platforming, like as you're jumping and stuff like that. This is like they took Hexen and Quake and put it in a blender with Doom. I mean, they're all the same, but
yeah,
this is like they just mixed all those games, and it's just great. Like they did a really great job with this game.
Yeah. So, like, what happened with Eternal? Was that just came out at the wrong time? And you just never went back to it, or was it not jiving with you?
Literally came out when everything got shut down, so I was like trying to play a little bit of that, but then other stuff was going on, obviously.
Right. So a product of the time, not so much that you didn't like the game or anything like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back and finish it because I went back to 2016 the other day on PC, and I picked up where I left off in 2017. Even though I beat it on the Switch, but I'm trying to beat it on PC, and after that I'm going to go to Eternal. But in between that, I'm going to play this one. So
play control. Does this new one feel like the 2016? Like like what's similar and what's really different? Because it looks like graphically and aesthetically, it still looks like Doom. You know, obviously the graphics have improved, but the graphics have always been amazing. Like, even going back to 2016's game, they fucking still look amazing today. It's like, god dang, like the player the character models, the guns. I mean, everything just hits with those guys, right? So how does this one stack up?
It's just fast paced. Like your guy is zooming across the screen. Like it's like they used to have a run button. Like you hold a button down to run. That button now slows you down because you're running too damn fast.
Ooh,
yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
And you're doing a million things. You're throwing the shield at the guy. You're pulling the shield back. It's breaking the guy. You're jumping down. You're knocking everybody down. You do like a Superman punch landing, like, you know, Roman Reigns and all those guys. And it just knocks everybody out on the screen. Like, it's crazy. This game is nuts. It's everything that you want in a Doom game.
Are you still doing the same stuff in terms of like the leveling up the weapons and things, like finding the crates and getting the little
you find the crates, you pick up the little items on there or whatever. I don't know about really leveling up because I didn't really like look into all that. I was just playing the game. But you pick up the guns, you get the ammo, all that stuff. All that stuff is the same. They just added like, you know, the shield, and you can do different things with the shield, and then they added the mechs and all that. So
are there new weapons this time around, or is it pretty much just like a lot of the same standard quo?
I don't know if they're newer from the newer games. To me, they're kind of new, but they're kind of the same. Like you get a gun that looks like the nail gun from Quake, but it's not a nail gun. That makes any sense?
What if there's a BFG still in there?
I guess I didn't get up to that part probably. So
comes pretty late in 2016 version. I know that you don't get it till quite late on in the game.
Right.
Cool, man. Well, it sounds like you're digging it. Like, so graphically, it looks awesome. Will's in the chat. He was playing it on PlayStation 5 the other night, and it was looking pretty sweet. So, well, we're gonna move down the list. Sir X-Man, you said you have it. You haven't really tried it out, or yes?
Yeah, I played it a little bit.
Okay. What's your initial impression?
And I like targeting the shield. That is so much fun. That thing is visceral. But yeah, I like it. I like that they stayed with mostly linear gameplay instead of going all over the map and making it hard to figure out where you go like they did in Eternal. Because sometimes you would get lost in Eternal, like, where the hell do I go? You know, remember that period in Eternal when you got lost sometimes?
I remember that from the first Doom. I've been lost for hours.
Yeah, but the first Doom, especially when you went inside somewhere. So I know what you're saying.
Oh, Doom 2? There was that one level, I think the second level in Doom 2 for PC back in the day. Forget it. And that pit level, like you don't know what the hell.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then you're looking for secrets because you're looking for the door and all that. And now, as an adult, you beat that level in like 3.5 minutes. Like,
yeah, because you know where you're going. Yeah. But I like the smoothness of the mechanics. I like all the options they give you for playing, to help you play and progress through the game better. And I'm glad I could invert my controller. Thank you very much. And it just looks good. The minute you land, the minute the Doomslayer comes, I'm not gonna say how he comes because I'm not ruining nothing for nobody. Sorry,
Thank you.
You're very fucking welcome. But
his girlfriend makes him come.
Wicked, I spoil everything. I don't care. But
the game.
But the way you finally enter the game, it's like, okay, that's not spoiling. It's like, okay, what do I do? Then all of a sudden, this is how the game feels. That's how I'm reacting. And I go, ooh. And then they taught me the shield. I was like, ooh. Then they taught me the gun. I knew all this stuff from Doom, but the way they introduced it to people, especially new people that's never played it, it's like the minute you pull the trigger and you kill somebody, it's like, ooh. And then when you do your first melee finally in the game, I'm like, ooh, that was so satisfying. I mean, this game will make you want to play it to the end.
That's good.
And like I said, I can't wait to fill up the circle. The circle to choose your weapons. I can't wait to see what weapons.
The weapon wheel,
yeah. I can't. In every Doom, I love to fill up the weapon wheel and then kill them when I'm running. When I know I'm low on ammo, and you save that weapon that you like with the ammo for that particular weapon, and you say that to the end when to the big boss battle. See, people like to blow that one in the beginning, right? When they get that weapon full and it's the best weapon, you always save that to the end and to the big type, big fights. But I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to see what the flying is like. I can't wait to see what the mech is like he was talking about. I just keep bowling and I don't have time to play it. Like I can't put it out, dude. But yeah, it's downloaded on my Xbox and my PC. So I'm ready to go whenever I get a chance.
Sounds like he's got his bases covered and he's enjoying what he's played thus far. That's awesome. You're Wicked Hawt, brother. How far along are you in the game?
All right, so I think I'm at about chapter 10. And I think there's like about 20 or 22 chapters, so I'm like almost halfway. I love the game so far, and like I'm not even like really the biggest Doom fan. Like I'm a sucker for their multiplayer, but I've never really played a lot of the Doom games. Played 2016, played a little bit of Eternal, didn't really get into it because of the platforming was kind of like I was like, yeah. But dude, this one is an absolute game changer. Like I just don't even know how you beat this for the next Doom game because there's so much going on within the Doom game alone, and then you add a shield mechanic to it, and it fills the millisecond void that you even have to react to anything else. So meanwhile, you're blasting every motherfucker's head off. Then you got bosses shooting things at you, different colors based off what you're going to parry. And then you can do that. You can also be like, I don't know, 100 feet away and target him, hold your shield up and jet forward and smash him. Then you can punch him. Then you got weapons. You got melee weapons. And it's like, you can upgrade your melee weapons. You can upgrade your fists. You can it's unreal. Then you can throw the shields. Like there's just so much to do with so much going on. I didn't even think they could add anything more, but it's absolute perfection. For somebody who wasn't really invested in the story at all, this just kind of has me intrigued. I'm not going to say anything because I know some people have not played it on the panel, but
Thank you.
It's kind of cool to watch. You can kind of get the gist real early of what's going on, but to kind of watching it unfold, it's like, huh? Oh yeah, okay, all right.
Wicked,
You're getting all up in it, but
can I ask you a question about Doom real quick? Haven't got
What's
that
on,
yet.
dude?
I don't care about that. I don't care about spoiling this. When do you
I'm
get
not
the
spoiling shit.
upgrade for the blade on the shield?
Have I upgraded my shield?
Yeah, do you got the upgrade for the blade on the shield yet?
I think I might. I went with upgrading my shotgun and my fist at first, but then I changed from my fist to a melee weapon once I got one. I'm not sure. I'd have to check. I feel like I do, but I'm not sure.
Have you used it? That's how you'll know if you used it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean
It's
like how I
automatic.
spin it and it just it's like in someone's body?
Yeah, it
I
cuts everything.
Yeah.
I've seen it in the videos, so you probably upgraded it to that.
That is dope. There are
Oh.
some I don't know. I can't think of the word off the top of my head, but like finishing kills, like glory kills, maybe whatever you want to call it. Like there are still some of those in the game, but I'm just not getting them as fluid as I'd like. Like you know what I mean? Like it comes here and there. It's not like you're just getting them all the time.
Well, eventually you're gonna have to get more glory kills because ammo's gonna be harder to find.
Well, that's gonna be a problem for another day, damn sure, I think.
Glory kills for him and glory holes for somebody else.
Hey-o!
Yeah, this has the silver ball in it, right?
That's right. It's the
Well, I like it. I like how everybody's definitely digging the game so far. Last but not least, Fuzza, you sound like you've been fairly a good ways into the game. What's your impression of it? How does it stack up to the other titles?
I might catch crap for this. Maybe not with you guys, but I think this is the best Doom they've made out of the new ones. I love this game. It's much more story heavy, which I love. The story is awesome. I'm not going to get into it, but it's good. There's a lot of cinematic.
Yeah, I'm like,
quality
thank
to
you. Yes, thank you.
Hey, quiet in the back. Quiet down there.
As far as the gameplay, you feel heavy in this game. You're not floating around. The other one, you were floating around platforming.
Right.
I think the glory kills in the other one were more of a hiccup. In this one, it actually seems more fluid to me because you're not stopping to they're in the game, but it's not as frequent as like 2016 and Eternal, which I like. You don't get lost as much, which is amazing.
Yep,
and
that's
typically like in the other games, I wouldn't worry about like getting the secrets, but this game does something so smart that I'm like, please, every other game should do this. I know it's like non-immersive, but when you finish a level, you can go back to the main menu and it tells you each level has like a progress bar. So you can just literally go back into the level, 100% that level, and then keep going. And that's what I've been doing. I'm only on
2016 did that. 2016 did that. Where if you get to
and Eternal did it too.
Okay.
Oh,
well, that's smart. I don't remember that. I just remember playing through the game. Maybe I just kept hitting continue or whatever. But this one, I love how you can just go back and get all the stuff. I've been 100%ing all the levels so far because it's so much fun. And even to find the secrets, they're mapped out for you once you play through the level. So you go back in and you'll see the icon and then you just figure out how to get to the secret. And it's awesome. So I've really been enjoying that. The new weapons are great. The shield is awesome. Like there's just so much more variety in the levels in this one. The scenery is amazing. Like I really think this is the best Doom they've made. Just for the sheer fact that you don't get lost all the time is like a huge win. Because I hate wasting time being lost, looking around. Now, if I want to go back and do the secrets, I could do that. And it's great. I just love it.
You bring up a good point about getting lost, and Doom isn't one of the only games that have done this in the past. It goes for a lot of games, whether they're open world or shooters. But what they should do is they should give you a little thing in the game where you can like throw a marker or something at the wall. You know, like call it a paint marker. So like you can put like a little white X on parts of the map, so you'll actually know that, okay, I've already been down here already. You know what I mean? I think that'd be kind of cool, and that could be a big staple in gaming moving forward for a lot of people.
I didn't want to do it as a spoiler, but it doesn't matter. This part you're gonna learn about the game, and it's not really a spoiler. Doom has a marker in it that tells you which way you need to go. That's the biggest help. to this Doom. It gives you a marker to show you where you got to go.
I think I put that one.
Thank you.
There's a bunch of accessibilities within it too, especially like auto sprint. I was like, put on auto sprint. I was like, I want that.
I see a lot of games. There's lots of games that give you a waypoint marker, but still you can get lost with trying to get there. Like just it's not like it's here's the marker and it's in the north. So you keep heading north, all of a sudden you run up against a wall and you're like, well, apparently I've got to go south or east or backtrack and find a fucking corridor or an opening.
Doom did it perfectly because technically it's not really an open world game. It has a few little branches to get to the places you got to go that's going forward, but it's not really an open world game. And that's what's wonderful about it. That's a good way to learn. Okay, it's like a little puzzle. Okay, do I jump here? Or can I go the long? There's somewhere you can go around the long way to get to the same point. Instead of trying to climb in this wall, it's like, my dumb ass, I could have climbed the damn wall. That's the good thing about it. It's all one direction, and that's wonderful, dude. Thank you. Just like my Tomb Raiders did. I said I wasn't going to pick up this again. I'm sorry. My love.
So let's just kind of take these. So we know how everybody's feeling. They're loving the gameplay. You're loving the weight of the shield. I mean, it's Doom through and through. Doom improved. But we're also seeing, there's naysayers that are saying this is the worst Doom of the last three, and you're seeing that negativity again coming full fold.
Haters because they had to pay for it. That's what all it is. Haters because they had to pay for it.
I'm going to have to pay for it. Well, I mean, I'm going to have to pay for it. But yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Other people.
I mean, let's just call them what they are. The ones that are out there hating it and going on social media and saying it's shit is because they're shit.
Mm-hmm. And they probably never even played it because they didn't have the money to buy it or didn't want to spend the money.
They're too busy playing fucking Twitter.
So is this the last big release of this year for Microsoft?
Oh God, no! They got
what's next on the docket after this game?
We got a showcase.
On my birthday,
we got Outer Worlds 2 at the end of the year, apparently. So.
Right.
It'll probably be the new Call of Duty.
Count that.
Right. We got Gears 4 Reloaded. That's in August. So yes, I guess they have another one. But Gears again, it's a remake, so it's not going to hit the same way as say a new game or a new IP. I don't think, but it'll do really well. Especially it'll do
Ninja Gaiden 4
PlayStation.
That's a good one.
Because a lot of the PlayStation people that have gone from Xbox over to PlayStation are definitely going to be picking up that game, right? So,
and I'm going to double dip on that too. Yeah,
absolutely.
They got Tony Hawk 3 and 4.
That's right.
Remastered coming.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's still some other games. So what do you guys see the numbers then? The numbers that it's been doing through Steam, the active user numbers, which is always a big metric that certainly Xbox likes to use a lot more nowadays. How do you guys feel about that? Does it seem like this game has been a success so far in just a short couple of days that it's legitimately been out, or do you think it's underwhelming? Like who's right and who's wrong here?
Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's on Game Pass, so all your PC guys are going to go over there and check it out for $1 or $99. $9.99, whatever. Another thing that the console community doesn't catch this, and it's weird. The PC community for weeks has been upset with Doom because it has Denuvo DRM, and these guys don't want to buy any game that has Denuvo DRM. Yeah. That's a huge thing, and that's why you see the Steam numbers not as high as they should be, along with the Game Pass thing. So there's two things right there. But a lot of people they're not in like the PC community to see what's really going on. And they stick to their guns. Unlike the console guys, they stick to their guns, man. They will not buy this game until it's half off. Yeah. Or until they remove Denuvo in a year. And then,
I don't even know what that is, but
that's basically DRM.
Yeah, it's a DRM.
So you can't crack the game or anything. But the problem is
so they can't mod anything.
No, they can mod it, but they just can't crack it and then use it for offline or whatever. pirate it basically.
Yeah.
That's not the reason why.
Oh.
The main reason is Denuvo slows down your CPU, your GPU. It slows down the frame rate in the game.
That's not good.
This happened with Resident Evil 7. Once they removed Denuvo, like a year after the game came out, the game was running fine. Every time in Resident Evil 7 for a year, when you would fire your gun on PC, it would be a stutter. And that was Denuvo because Denuvo was running in the background. The minute they removed it, you shoot the shotgun, boom, like instant hit. No stuttering, nothing. So that's why a lot of PC gamers, they will stick to their guns and not buy it because of Denuvo. So look into that. That's the real thing. Like people are really upset about this type of stuff.
And it's
And
not
isn't
there
it
with
too-
the console iterations? Is that what you're saying?
Which one?
And it's not there with the console iteration?
No, they don't put Denuvo on the consoles because you could jailbreak your consoles, but it's really like harder to do as far as like the current stuff that's out. So they don't put DRM on those games. The only DRM that you get is your, 28 megabytes on the disc, and then you download it. That's basically your DRM on console.
Yeah. And from what I'm hearing too, isn't this like really intensive on your graphics card for PC as well? I was hearing a lot of people are having problems with like the ray tracing and everything.
Well, that's number 3, actually. Good thing you brought that up because I almost forgot about that. It requires a card with ray tracing. If you don't have a card with ray tracing, apparently the game will not run. So I haven't tried that because all my cards have ray tracing. So
Yes, so do mine.
Yeah, and I gotta see because I think I've got I forget the damn number, 30 something or another.
right.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can run it. That's why I haven't that's why I haven't played it on PC yet. Because it's like I'm not gonna try and fuck around with it if my graphics card can't handle it.
Well, the 30 series has RTX. Ever since the 20 series, RTX is built into the cards. I don't know if it requires, a certain version of that on the cards. I don't know what cards are the minimum.
Okay.
I'm running on a 4070. It runs beautifully.
Oh, yeah. I got a 3060 Ti. I'm hoping it'll run there. I got to download it on there.
I have one of those. I could test it out when I go to work.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my big hang up. Yeah, I heard this was pretty intensive on the PC, and that's why I didn't just, sign up for Game Pass on PC and do it, because it's just like, oh, I don't want to try and go fucking around with shit in my system because I got it where I want it. Right. And and it just, when I was reading a lot of that stuff and people having the problems they were having with it, it almost reminded me back up when Doom 3 came out, because back when Doom 3 came out, you had to have a top of the line PC to even run that game.
Oh yeah, I was.
I remember. It does have ray tracing, because I've played some games that ask me, do I want ray tracing on or off, and I won't get that option because normally, if you have options, it's locked out on the PC. That means you don't have the ability. But if you can toggle it on, that means you do have ray tracing.
They're just trying to force people into getting new cards. Like Windows 11 is forcing people to get new CPUs.
Yeah.
Even though there's a workaround, you can install it on anything. But
like
Proto, it's just a way of trying to force you.
It says the minimum is a 2060 Super or better.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a 20 series.
Okay. So then I should be all right. But I'm still going to wait. Because I was
you don't want to deal with you're going to have all that taxing on the card, and then you're going to have Denuvo on top of that. You're going to be hit from 3 different ways on that one. So
and the thing is like, because I've got my system set up for a couple of very specific things. Gaming is one of them, but it's like if it's overtaxing, I'm not trying to nuke what else I'm doing on my PC.
Yeah, no, don't
play video games at that point. He
said nuke.
There's always options available.
Yeah.
Yep.
Proto, what do you said you have a 3060 in there?
I know it's a 30 series. I don't know if it's a 3060 like X-Man saying. I don't remember, and I'm not going to tear my case open right now to look.
No, because like I know obviously like your computer and like Frank's and like Perry's and X-Man's are gonna be like they're rigs, and I'm only fucking with like a gaming laptop. But for mine, like I only have the laptop version of the 4060, so I'm realistically probably pumping out the 3060 power. And I will say that like I can run it on like high settings and I can run it on medium settings, And it looks great on both. It's just a variation of maybe like give or take 30 frames. If I go on medium, and I have like an i7 13th gen, so it's like I'm running at like 100 frames on medium. But if I dial it up to high, I'll do like probably like 80 somewhere, 80 to 60 somewhere, right around that frame. So, but my laptop be breathing like it's on life support, bro. It sounds like a jet taking off. I'm like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but this game was not announced for the Switch too, right?
No.
Not unless they want to make it a bomb. Like,
you guys think they will try to bring it to Switch too, potentially, considering that we saw the first 2 Dooms come out for the Switch?
Yeah,
absolutely. I think they will
port it down.
Switch 2 for sure.
The Switch version of Doom 2016 and Eternal is just the game on super low settings. That's all it is.
Yeah. Right.
That's what it was.
All these guys like it's a technical marvel. It's like, no, it's just on super low settings. That's why it runs like shit on the Switch. But it runs because you can do that on PC. Just dumb it down. It'll run exactly like the Switch version.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that 2016 or Eternal ran bad on the Switch. I mean, obviously jumping from like a PS4 or an Xbox to the Switch is obviously a difference.
Oh, yeah.
I think 2016 ran better than Eternal on the Switch because there were times where, and I think part of it too, maybe because it was Eternal on the Switch was strictly digital. And 2016, you actually had the game card. So I think maybe there was some trickery there. And I noticed that it would, Eternal would chug a bit, but it wasn't terrible.
Did it run better than The Witcher 3 on the Switch?
I never played Witcher 3 on Switch, so I couldn't tell you.
Ooh, mama.
Frank, that's all on you.
So
I would not recommend that version.
Yeah, as far as the PC thing goes, and like I said, because I got my rig set up to do gaming, and then because I also do music production, that's why I don't want to fuck with
P-Hub.
Oh yeah,
and P-Hub, obviously.
So I'll just wait for my PS5 version coming in a week or two.
Nice.
You just get a PC for strictly gaming when you get a chance.
No, but see, now you're talking like I'm rolling in the bucks, man, and I'm only a warehouse supervisor. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got a kid. You got a kid going to college. Yeah, you're fucked for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
From warehouse supervisor to whorehouse supervisor.
If I was, I would be able to do that if I was a whorehouse supervisor.
Money. Proto coming out.
The best little whorehouse in Joliet, Illinois.
No. I roll high class X, man. I'm in Bolingbrook for work.
Red light district.
Oh yeah.
So do you guys think this game will be an overall success? I mean, rating wise, it's sticking some pretty good numbers. And I don't think anybody expected to come out and get 9.5s or 10s. I think we kind of know what you're getting when it comes to Doom. And Doom's never been, the kind of series that was super high on story. I think Doom's always been the action movie video game version. You know what I mean? Like the action movie version for a video game. Like you get those movies that come out in the theater. You know exactly what they are. High octane, lots of pop thrills. It's basically a sci-fi shooter, Call of Duty in a sense. That it brings lots of fast paced. Lots of explosions, crazy kills, shit like that. And it's not really too worried about a lot of filler and people messing around with, 3-hour cutscenes and all that sort of shit. So I think, 8s, maybe the odd 9 might be what you kind of expected of a game like this. But, is it enough? Is this game a hit? What kind of metrics is this game going to be judged by overall? Because obviously, I'm sure we're all hoping that we'll get a sequel down the road. But is this game going to do enough to warrant that potential?
What's going to help Doom is there's nothing else coming out for quite a while. That's what's going to help Doom sell. There's really nothing else major coming out. Yeah, the launch date was actually put in the right place for right now.
Mm-hmm.
This one's really fleshing out the story. For once, like you were saying, the other one's really, there was story, but it was second to the.
It was
the
campy
gameplay.
Story. The other ones were campy. Yeah.
This seems like it has a little bit more depth to it, and I like that. And I think they could go somewhere with this and make it like super epic, because you have the epic gameplay and now you have an epic story. So it's like we can go somewhere with this and make other games. And I think that that's going to be for people that don't necessarily play these type of games. They might check it out and be like, hey, this is actually cool. I actually want to see what's going to happen.
I like the fact he's right. I like the fact that I'm on another planet and I'm not going to hell. That's what I like.
Yeah.
You guys think perhaps Doom should have a really cool crossover, like Doom versus Predator? What do you think? Doom versus Predator? The Doom guy?
That's Jason Goes to Hell.
Doom's gonna mess
What
nice.
version is that?
It's the 4K release. They came out today. They just got delivered. That's why.
I need that.
Nice.
And here's Jason X.
I got
4K.
Jason X today.
And you just heard Proto Nut live on G.
Oh yeah, that happened. Because and a lot of people bagged on Jason Goes to Hell. I love that movie.
I like
Jason Goes to Heaven.
Hell. I saw it. I liked it.
Yeah. Oh, it was cool because it was such a unique twist on that. And then of course Jason X. I mean, you can't beat Jason in space.
No, it's great.
And the sleeping bag scene alone is worth the price of admission. It's one of the few films I actually saw like 10 times in the theaters.
Hot diggity dog.
Damn, son.
Massive Friday the 13th.
I'll ask this to Fuzza. So Fuzza, do you think a crossover would be cool in the future with Doom? Maybe add some DLC like Doom guy versus like say Predator or something like that would be kind of cool.
Oh, if they could get licenses for like other sci-fi stuff like Alien or Predator, that would be amazing, because he could go toe to toe with Predator and Alien, like no problem.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It would be sweet. Like they could do something like that. That would be great. I don't know if they would ever get the licensing, but hey, I mean, we saw Terminator and Gears of War, so anything's possible.
I think it'd be cool.
Spectacular.
And I think for the next Doom game, and this one was called the Dark Ages, it should be like Doom, the modern time. So basically, like happens in the middle of New York City, and you're going around the streets and going through the buildings and shit, like taking these things down. It'd be pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be a pretty sweet crossover.
Doom guy going against the 7 from the series The Boys. That would be sick.
But see, it's all unfair at that point because Doom guy's going to kill everybody. It doesn't matter.
I'd like to see Doom guy fight some Klingons once in a while.
Yeah, let's make it worth
cool.
Doom versus the Predators, the child predators.
Amazing. It would be amazing if they had a co-op mode with the Doom guy and Master Chief in the same game. That'd be amazing.
Only on one condition: we get to see each other's cheeks.
Oh God!
Guys, cheeks. I've seen Master Chief's.
Oh God, no, you did.
No,
it's like a dog. It's like a dog, man. A dog has to walk up to the dog, nip his ass, and then they're
grounded for Master Cheeks.
I gotta see Doom the guy's cheeks.
Doom.
Somebody made a picture of that. I'll put it in the private chat here.
Doom guy's cheeks.
No,
somebody made that.
What's going on, Harold? Welcome back, bro.
Shout out to
we
Harold.
got Talus, Ray, Pink Pickles, Cougar Man. We got the It guys in the building. We got our Rob is hanging out with us right now. Chase Jones is in the house. What's going on, brother Chase? Good to see you, man. My name is Captain Catch. What's going on, Mr.
Captain Catch? What's up?
Our Rob, Talus, Ray, hockey fan, Disney Delta, and the list goes on, guys. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Circle jerk. I'm not sure what he means by that, but okay.
Oh, it means we're all gonna jerk off in a circle, dude. Because you didn't get
the
yeah, you guys have fun with that. See it.
Well, I suppose a circle jerk is a lot better.
Lock the doors.
Option.
It's like I think I got to go see a guy about a horse. I'll be back.
Yeah. You going to the glue factory, my friend?
How did you catch that? I said at least a circle jerk sounds a lot better than the human centipede option.
Oh God!
Yeah, that's for the fish and the asparagus.
Hey, remember
I sent that photo, by the way.
Hey,
I
got
what?
Remember Blazing Saddles when Mongo knocked out the horse kid? That's what he made me think about when he said that. Classic.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Hang on. He's got it in there. Holy shit! Look at that.
Let's see that.
That was on Twitter like a week ago.
Oh man, assless chaps, my guy.
He's got a nice ass. The girls will be.
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Where did you put it? I'm not seeing this.
Oh, it's in the Gaming After Dark private chat.
With an itty bitty waist and the round thing in your face, you get sprung.
Did a demon just slice the back of his pants off so his ass is sticking out? And like, there's nowhere to change. He's in hell. Like, what's he gonna do? He's just like
good lord!
It fits like a pigeon.
There you go.
Oh, I've seen everything.
I put it on screen. That was on Twitter like a week ago.
I've seen everything.
I don't want to play unless you got guns.
I have to say this. The guy looks like Juggernaut from the back. I'm telling you right now, he looks like Juggernaut from
ass and all.
Damn, dude. Tell more.
He must work out.
Yeah, pity he
got injections.
Yeah, dude, that thing thick. That's like basically the peach emoji on your phone.
It is, though. I like that fucking sword. I like that sword. That sword is awesome, though.
Oh, the cruise
one, the back one.
Yeah.
Hey, Proto, when is Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox?
6 months from now.
Hold on, let me get
y'all say that 6 months ago.
Come on, nobody
ask me again in 6 months.
Breaking news: you're gonna get Muff Divers 1 before you get Helldivers 2.
Yep.
Alrighty. You know what? Let's move it on to the next topic. But before we get to the Gears of War movie and things, let's talk about this little one that became top of mind today. It was kind of broke after I already had the topic set for the show, but I think we have plenty of time to talk about it here. We're going to talk about Randy Pitchford, the head honcho over at Gearbox Studio. Well, he basically said to someone was talking about prices of games, and apparently their game's going up to $80, and someone was whining about the price of the game. He said, well, basically real fans will find a way to scrounge up their $80 and buy the copy of that game, which started a bit of a backlash, and I think it's mostly because he said real fans, kind of basically insulting anybody else who doesn't buy this game on day one as if we're not real fans. So how do you guys feel about that? Is he going to have to take a backtrack on this sort of shitty kind of, because based on one of the polls I looked, was 75% of the people now are basically telling him to go fuck himself, which is not a good look for Borderlands 4 coming out. Looks like Perry's already got the USB stick there, whatever's on that thing.
Yeah.
Not what's on his, but I have the USB stick as a symbol, so there you go. I'm gonna say some messed up stuff here. That guy go fuck himself. He's a fucking idiot and he fucking sucks. Thanks for stealing money from Sega from Alien Colonial Marines, you bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And he used that money to fund Borderlands too. So fuck him. He sucks. He fucked up Duke Nukem Forever, so fuck him.
Yep.
And what else? He's leaving flash drives. They're falling out of his ass at the diners. So fuck this guy. He's a fucking idiot. Why does anybody ever deal with this guy? It's one thing. It's one thing to tell people, hey, if it is 80, we're gonna offer a great game. Blah 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 blah. That's all you have to say. Right. Don't be like, I paid.
It's gotta be worth it. Yeah, it's gotta be.
I paid for $80 games in the '90s, so you'll have to figure out a way to. It's like, oh fuck yourself, bro. Like you're rich. Like you're telling people to go out and find a way. Yeah, we'll find a way. Once it gets cracked, we'll all fucking pirate it. How about that, you stupid bitch? Fucking piece of shit.
Exactly.
Fuck this guy. I'm sorry I cursed, but you know what? Fuck him.
Let him have it.
Hey, I got the perfect song for this guy, Perry. Here we go. Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker. You're Uncle Fucker. You're an Uncle Fucker. I'm going to say you fucked your uncle yesterday. Uncle Fucker, that's me.
That was beautiful.
Well done. Only on Gaming After Dark, folks. We love it here. That's fantastic.
Yep. And we love South Park, too.
So, just based on his comments, though, I mean, who was planning to buy the game, and did it change your mind about buying the game perhaps on day one? And are you planning to buy it at all? Anybody?
What game was this again?
Borderlands 4.
4.
You fell asleep again, Alex.
See, I love Borderlands. I love
Right.
Borderlands. I want to buy it. I'm excited to play
Oh,
it, but
me too.
man, this guy is tone deaf. Like exactly like Perry said. Why wouldn't you just come out and say, listen, we know it's a lot of money. Just identify with your audience. Say, we're going to give you a great game. That's why we believe it's worth the $80. You know, try to be a little more compassionate to people. I know that I understand what he's saying. Like, oh, well, real fans are going to buy anyway, but that's not what you say. These guys need to keep their mouth shut. They always put their foot in their mouth. All of these developers, they constantly do it. God forbid, if that game comes out not perfect day one, that guy is going to get destroyed because he was
he's gonna
it's
get
worth
nailed.
money. You know what I mean? Like that game has to be perfect now. Why would you put that pressure on yourself? Why not just be normal about it? Say, listen, it's a big ask. We're making a great game, and everyone's fine. That really, I did not like what he said. I love Borderlands, but man, I never really liked Randy Pitchford to begin with.
No.
But
He's
this
a
is
huge
just,
piece of shit.
yeah, this is just
Why
not
can't
good,
they
and it does have me second guessing it because it's just he's so smug, and it's like, dude, like I was gonna buy the game, but I don't know. I'm not gonna let it ruin the game for me because it's stupid. I'd say that all the time, like review scores and all this stuff doesn't change me from playing a game, but I don't know. I mean, it's just not. It's not a good look. I don't like this.
He's not
Look
the
what
first.
it did to Titanfall 2.
He's not the first studio head that's.
When they,
He's not the first studio head that's put his foot
Go
in
ahead,
his mouth and said something stupid. You know what I mean? So, I hope that the game still sells well, regardless. If you feel differently about it because he took a crack at people, I mean, I kind of get what he's trying to say. If you really want it, and I think and I think that really does speak for all of us. I think when we do really want something, we do find a way to get it. Like that's the thing. So he's not entirely wrong. I mean, it's kind of taken out of context, but yes, he shouldn't have said what he said. It's still like a dig at people, especially now with everybody struggling a bit more and money harder to come by, and so many games coming out and games fighting for. There's a lot of other games that are coming out that are $80, and now you just might be going, you know what? Well, I'm going to spend my $80 on this game versus $80 in your game simply because you insulted us to begin with. But I'm kind of with the it guy in the chat. The it guy says like Borderlands 3 really didn't do it for him, so he's probably like going to pass on 4. And I think that's kind of where I am. Like I bought Borderlands 3, and I felt very bored with the game. Like several hours in, it was just like, and I mean, did Tiny Tina's Wonderlands do anything for people? I don't know if anybody of my friends has even played the fucking thing. I never seen anybody play it.
I got it for free on RDX. I was listening in the chat room and they dropped the code and I put it in. I got Tiny Tina for free. So shout out to RDX.
I played Tiny
There you
Tina.
go.
It was okay.
I wouldn't
See,
have
I
bought it.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
I was-
Borderlands does not get enough love, and it's really good. The Handsome Jack collection.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a really good Borderlands. Now, for this guy, this is what he should have said. We put our heart and soul into the game, and we wanted to bring Borderlands back to its roots. We're sorry for the pricing being a little bit more than normal, but we did everything we could to put our souls into this game, and we hope you enjoyed it. That's
Take
all
your
he
mask
said.
off. That's all they got to do.
Agreed.
Lie.
Yeah. Well, that's what a smart person would do. That's what a smart person would do, but this guy's an absolute
Right.
fucking dipshit.
Yeah, can't
Yeah,
be
that's
wrong.
like Titanfall. Remember what happened to Titanfall 2? When it finally
Yeah.
went over to PlayStation, Blue discs are better. You saw your Xbox people just did not buy the game until they got the word of mouth like 2-3 months later that the game was good. You killed your own self. So I don't know why these developers are killing themselves. If I was the CEO of a company, I'm sorry, I'd put them up on the cross and whip their ass.
Dang.
Well, he also Randy Pitchford. Remember that game Godfall that came out on PlayStation?
Right, I heard about it.
Nobody bought it. He was talking shit about Xbox. Oh yeah, no one's gonna buy it on there. Nobody bought it on PlayStation. Then like 2 years later, he's like, let's put it on Xbox. And then nobody bought it on Xbox because everyone knew he was an asshole.
Yeah, what a bitch.
Yeah.
Some of these guys like
game
not do
right?
interviews.
Doesn't this resonate from, remember PS3? You'll get 2 jobs to buy it. You love it so much. It's like the same exact thing.
Yeah,
like,
nobody did that shit. And for freaking 4 years, no one bought a PlayStation 3.
It's like legit
I remember
arrogant.
that. This was exactly the words he said. I remember this because I rewind it over and over again. If you want a PS3, you need 2 jobs. It's okay if you really want it.
Yeah, I'll buy 2 Xbox 360s, asshole. Fuck
I
yeah.
hate when people are just.
Well, guys, you know,
he said he bought 2 Xbox 360s. You heard him.
you know what?
I didn't own a PS3 for like 3.5 years.
Oh, I didn't either, dude. They didn't have nothing that I was.
I waited till it
interested in.
dropped to like 3. My wife got it at Blockbuster. They were going out of business by her job. They had them brand new because they were trying to sell them so people would buy them and rent them.
Mhm.
They rent Blu-ray movies.
Right.
She got
I
it
bought,
for 40 gigabyte model for $369. I was like, get it, because they were going for over 400 at that point.
I bought the new one when they had the flip top version for the PS3.
Right.
The slide version for the door, because I heard there was the door, the slide in was having mechanical problems. I'm glad I waited.
Yeah, well, but Xbox 360 was king back then. We all know it. We were there.
Yep.
There you go.
And by the way, really quick, something that really pisses me off about
Go to
this
your
whole
local
PlayStation
clinic.
3 thing. They say, well, the PS3 caught up at the end and beat the 360. Motherfucker, they kept the PS3 on the market 5 or 6 years after they stopped making the 360. So you're counting sales numbers 4 or 5 years after the fact. Just saying.
And it was unbelievably cheap.
And they brought I know, me too. And they brought a cheaper one out and a smaller one out.
$99.
Yeah, I was working at Best Buy at the time. They were flying off shelves because everyone who didn't have one the whole gen was like, "Oh, for $100."
But you see all these revisionist history of, well, Xbox had the red ring and then the PlayStation beat it eventually. It's like, no. That's not what happened. Xbox had the red ring and PlayStation had the yellow light of death, but nobody ever talks about that bullshit.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like, why aren't they talking about this?
And then you cut off the 360, and then you kept selling the PlayStation 3. So of course it has a higher sales numbers. It's been on the market for 4 or 5 years longer.
You want to go back further, guys, real quick? Let's think about how many PS2s we had to rebuy over and over again.
And they never dropped the price.
Right? They never dropped the price.
It was $249 forever.
Sir X
Did
was
this
the
drive
first
start
an
working?
RF switch inside of a pyramid.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
He was
go watch
playing on a
Stargate
sundial
after
back
this.
then.
God, Sir X-Man looks at the sun. You can tell the time. Jesus
That was a
Christ.
game back then. Play on the sundial.
But you know what?
That's
though?
how they entertain themselves.
Some of these companies, by all means, go ahead and keep putting your prices up. I get it. The market is changing and stuff, but you know what is also not changing? That people are getting broker. We're having less money. Shit is going up astronomically.
Yep.
So games are becoming less of a luxury, are becoming more and more of a luxury now than just something that we want to delve into as pastime. So you know what? Games like this here, like the Precinct, these are the guys now I hope actually win. These are the ones I hope are the winners out of this. Because what's going to happen is I think the $40, $50, and perhaps even some of the $60 games are going to start looking a lot more attractive. And if they got a smart marketing department, the marketing people would say, hey, you know what? Well, the competition's going up. Our games are getting better, but the prices are staying the same, if not lower. Remember how NFL 2K did that one on Madden with the cheap football? And it actually fucking worked. And what it did was it got a lot of people over trying the NFL 2K series for a change, and they went, holy shit, this fucking game is actually better than Madden.
That was Sega because they knew they couldn't compete with Madden. So they said, fuck it, we'll make it $20. We have a better game anyway. Boom.
Yeah.
And then that caused Madden to sign a 20-year contract. That fucked everybody over.
I thought they only made it $20. Oh,
yeah, it was a
there for
different
that.
scenario, but it did fucking work, and it definitely scared the shit out of EA. Like it fucking
And it was
EA
a
up.
better game.
It scared them into signing that deal, that 20-year deal.
Because they're like, fuck, these guys are making great
And then-
sports games, and they're hitting
And then
hard.
when they signed that deal, EA had the balls to steal all the stuff from 2K5.
Yeah.
They stole all the features. They even stole like the there's like a crib mode or whatever. They stole all that shit.
So
And we had a
all the people that are in
halftime.
the
Put these
chat,
guys out. We're going to take
halftime.
all their features now.
We had
so
a
all the
true
people in the chat
halftime
and all the
show
people
in
that
that
are on this
game,
panel,
too, remember?
guys, support the indie devs, support the AA stuff, support the guys who are being honest out there and aren't fucking price gouging us whenever you get a chance. Please, by all means, support those games whenever you can and send a message to the industry, because I think a lot of them at this point, they're going to, like, it's all about we're here terrorist. Honestly, I think a lot of them are just using that as an excuse to gouge us right now. I really do.
Yeah,
These are billion-dollar companies. These aren't struggling companies that didn't make an absolute god-awful whopping during the COVID years. They did. And they fucked up because they all expanded so much. And look at them all now, laying people off and shit, but at the same time still claiming the big money. Every company's kind of doing it out there, the greasy as fuck. And gamers are the ones who are going to speak up for this industry here. And like I said, support the devs that don't have the big marketing dollars. Support the smaller games and make sure that they're still around. And send a message to the big publishers that you're not going to just get the extra bucks out of us just because you can, and then give us less and less and less. Like, again, what's the point of giving people a fucking steel case if there's no game in it? Like, it makes absolutely zero sense. Look at this steel case with a fucking disc inside, right?
Well, you see, when it doesn't come with a disc, Newf, you're supposed to rub the case on your nipples at night. I mean, that's the whole point.
And the disc magically appears.
That's why it doesn't come with a disc.
That's like giving a fucking diaper to a person that doesn't have fucking legs. You know what I mean? You can't shit in that either. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come on now. Right? So,
okay, that one was weird.
That one was weird. Anyway, yeah,
that was wild. But we all got it. We all understood what he was putting down. But yeah, that was wild, dog. That was crazy.
Remember I talked about that a few weeks back, about they're gonna price themselves out of this market. That's why the lower price games that are coming out are kicking a lot of these new expensive games ass. And a lot of people are having fun with the indies. They're having fun with people with lower games. They're starting to say, okay, this game too high right now. I can go back to my backlog. I got a shitload of games that I bought when I didn't have no time. But that sells so high, I'll wait for a sale. I'm going to get to my backlog and catch up with that. I'm still playing games. That's all that counts to me.
That's right. That's damn right.
Ain't nobody talking shit in the chat today. What's up with that?
EA is one of the companies. But EA, there's a little asterisk with EA, right? Let's see what EA does when they launch the next Battlefield game. Will that stay the same price, or will? And you see, that's just it, right? Battlefield is
EA said they're keeping all their game. EA came out with a public announcement saying they're keeping all their games $70.
All? Or just the sports?
Yes,
games?
They came out with that last week. Yeah, they
we're gonna hold you to the Fire X, man.
They
lie.
Yeah,
I
can see the sports games.
Now I can
say
the rest. Now that's your basic game. Remember, you're gonna have premium packs, with EA games, like for the football and stuff like that. But if you want the basic game, $70 they said. I can live with that. I can even live with 80 right now, But when you're asking $100, trying to get up to $100 a game, excuse me, go fuck yourself.
How do you feel about all this, brother?
Except if it's Tomb Raider.
Except for GTA 6.
You ready to drop your $80 on board on that stream?
Oh, you know what? Man, $80 is kind of a big ask. I am a Borderlands fan. I did get Tina's Tiny, whatever the fuck the Tina game is. I did like it, but I got so
Tiny
annoyed
Tina's Horror Farm. Okay, get
Tiny Tina's Horse Farm.
Horror Farm, right.
Yeah, I got you, dog. Well, anyways, that game I didn't really like with the tiny bitch Nick, whatever he is. The stupid board, you got to go like on that game. I don't know. There's some board mechanic where like it's not like the level. It's like, let me go to the next board. And then you like walk over to the board and then you do that thing.
Like
sometimes it's like not a level. I know whoever played it probably knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's an overworld, like where you select the map or whatever.
Yeah. I was just like, no,
Borderlands was doing that.
Play. But let
Borderlands
me get back
was
to
doing that since the first one. They had a board too. The first one did too.
Oh, you know what's funny?
Don't recall
I
that.
did not play the first one. But
See,
with
that's
this
why.
one, I think this guy absolutely was out of his mind with making these statements. How you already know your game's gonna be 80, so you're digging your grave already. Why are you gonna dig it any deeper? Like, just to have not even the self-awareness to understand what the hell the world is right now and how not everybody has money like you. The simple fact that you're just, and it's like with the PS3 thing, and a lot of people in this industry are just, they're blinded by their arrogance, and they're not connected with the world, and it's just people like that. It's just like, dude, you just see it one way, and that's it. Like, you're not even transparent. You probably can't even look yourself in the mirror and think you're a bad guy for what you did to somebody or whatever. You probably just like, oh, it's everyone else's fault. But no, this guy's absolutely tone deaf. Frank and Perry hit it on the hammer on the nail. Granted, I still want to get the game because I am a fan of the Borderlands. Maybe I'll just game share it with a buddy. 40-40. It's not too bad. You know what I mean? You wanna be shiesty and you wanna pull some fucking fake ass shit. Then we'll do it our way. Then we'll split it.
And 2K still has not announced an official price for GTA 6, though, right?
Oh, hot tamale, no.
No,
do you guys think now with the way the industry's going? We thought 2K was going to be like the first people that pioneered this massive price jump, but it looks like they've been beaten to the punch with Nintendo and now some other third parties. So do you think now that really opens the door for Rockstar and 2K to be like, fuck it, we were going to charge 100, now we might even go to 120? What do you think?
It wouldn't shock me.
All these companies are waiting to see who goes first, and when they do, it's okay now.
Yeah, it's a massive game of chicken at this point. Yeah. It's like, who's going to blink first? And I mean, we've already got the first salvos with Nintendo saying what they said, and then Xbox going across the board and jacking up all their prices. Everybody's waiting on Sony as far as a grand company-wide thing. But yeah, all these gaming companies, especially this dipshit with Borderlands 4, talking about real fans and shit, everybody's saying it's tone deaf, and it's what it is. But yeah, it's everybody's waiting for somebody to blink, and then that's when the floodgates are going to open. And just like IT and the IT guy in the chat just said GTA 6 will be 100. It's like, hell, it'll probably be more than that.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
It's got to be a gradual process too. I feel like they can't jump up too high, because then you're already shooting yourself in the leg with the gun, but like, you're going to blow your whole fucking legs off with a grenade. If you jump up like $40-$50 on one game, you're going to look down and you're going to be like, where did my legs go? I look like goddamn Lieutenant Dan in this fucking wheelchair. I'm rolling around now, dude. You got nothing down there.
Then you won't be able to use a diaper anymore.
You know what, guys?
Yeah, you're going to licking ice cream for the rest of your life.
In some cases, though, some of these companies have been charging us a lot more for years, and we just didn't even realize what they were doing. And what I mean by that is, you take a game like Mortal Kombat, some of these fighting games now, where the game comes out, you pay like the full price up front, and you still find yourself buying really expensive DLC to get extra characters that you know damn well were probably designed from day one and should have been on the game when it was released, but yet they hold them back so they can charge you the 20, 30, whatever. Like fucking Mortal Kombat, it's a great example of this, right? Yep. Like Mortal Kombat comes out, and fucking 6 months later, they got a fucking limited edition with more content. And then a year later, they got another edition again with all of it. And then the price is half the price of the original game when it came out. So like people, they've been doing this shit for a while. It's just they haven't been like obvious about it. But when you start thinking about it, now you go, these fucking guys have been leeching us for a long time. They just didn't do it up front. They just baited you in. Get that $80 out for the bare minimum. And what I'm going to start seeing, this is what a lot of companies are going to start getting cute to. So to try to keep the costs down on the game, they're going to start giving us half the fucking game. They're going to start like cutting characters out of game. They're going to start cutting areas out of game. They're going to start cutting a lot of shit out. It's kind of like the fast food joints. The fast food joints like to brag about how their price didn't go up too much, but all of a sudden you look at their portion sizes and they're all shrinking. You go to the store now to buy a pack of potato chips, and it's like, it's still $1.50. But then you look inside the potato chips, it went from 200 grams down to like fucking like 140 grams. You're like, Jesus. And then the cereal guys, I like to call it family size in the box, and you're like, family of who? Like a family of two midgets? Like what the fuck? That ain't gonna feed nobody, right? Like what the fuck? right? I could eat that whole box by myself in a sitting, let alone family. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying though, right? Like it is there. It's been going on a lot longer than we think. It's just we don't stop to think about how these companies have been fucking giving it to us up the ass.
They made it appear optional. I think that's where it doesn't really catch your eye. Like you're saying, Newf, like they get you on the back end, but at the end of the day, it's DLC that may not be bought by everybody who buys the game. There are probably some stands who just buy the game, play the standard, don't give a rat's hat about anything else. But like us, we're gonna buy all that shit on the back end. I want my characters, or you pay the $100 up front because hey, guess what? I know I'm gonna buy the DLC. I might as well just buy it now. Then, or maybe they cancel content, or some things don't come out like the last couple pieces. Like this shit like that happens, and it's like, oh well,
yeah, they did that with MK1.
Yeah, and like they're canceling shit. Like, granted, I probably got most of what I bought for the standard and whatever the expansions, but like it still happens in other games. Like I'll buy it, and I'm like, oh well, I never got those 2 skins because they were promised at the end of the year. Fuck.
Yeah, like Nintendo, did Nintendo really need to charge people like fucking an extra $25 or whatever the hell they were? They charge the extra premium, right, for the online, just so you can basically get some extra racetracks in Mario, because legitimately that's all it was. And it's like, did they really need to do that, considering they were already doing well with the online as it was? And Mario Kart's been making absolute bank. Like, that game's just killing it. I mean, it's one of the top-selling games on Switch, has been since day one, continues to be even up till now. Like 50, 60 million copies or something sold of Mario Kart. It's like something stupid.
Mario Kart 8 especially, it's been out since like 2014. So they sold it to you on the Wii U, they sold it to you on the Switch, then they sold you the booster course. They milked the hell out of Mario Kart.
They lied too. When they released it on Switch, they said it was the definitive edition. And then they're like, oh yeah, we're going to give you like 5 more DLC packs. Like,
right?
You know what? I missed the day. I missed the day when games used to come with you with the console. That you used to get a game with the console. Those days are gone.
Shut up, Sony. You're the only guys doing that.
Dude, it says Mario Kart 8 as a whole, like with the Wii U and the Switch. It is 75.81 million copies.
Yeah.
67.35 were sold on the Switch.
You have to remember, every Christmas they bundled it. So everyone who bought a Switch, they count that. That's why it has
people were wiping their ass with Mario Kart fucking shit. Like what?
I was just wiping my ass with my headset.
Like that's it.
Hey, they did that. They bundled it with the first Spider-Man. They counted it. Remember?
God.
Remember when they couldn't sell Spider-Man at first? Then they started bundling it with Christmas, and they counted it. We sold this many versions of Spider-Man. Yeah, because you included it with the console.
Look.
Slick move.
End of the day, we can't tell people how to spend their money. Every single one of us that's on this panel, a lot of the people in the chat, we've all spent good money. We've all spent some stupid money. And at the end of the day, we're all going to still go out. If GTA is your fucking jam and they charge $120, I guarantee you're going out and spending $120. I don't see a real GTA fan, like somebody that is a diehard going, oh, fuck it, I'm going to wait till this game goes down. And so they're going to have it day one. Just like me, if Gears is 120 fucking, Gears 6 or whatever, or whatever the next one is, Gears of War Emergence Day.
E-Day.
That's $120. I'm probably going to buy it fucking day one. Now, most people say, well, you're a fucking idiot anyway, because you should play it in Game Pass. But, right? But I'm going to fucking buy a copy of the game, digitally or otherwise.
Yeah, because you're a gearhead. You're a gearhead.
So I can't tell everybody how to spend your money, but at the end of the day, like, you just got to be smart about it, spend it where you need it. I don't know. Like, the industry has taken us to lunch, and it's tough. Like Fortnite. What's to stop Fortnite for charging whatever they want for skins? Because they're already overpriced, and people buy them like they're going out of style. Like, literally, my buddy Shamel, I bet you he's got, I'm not kidding, I bet you he's got like probably $1,000 spent in skins in that game, right?
Yeah,
you buy 2 skins, you pretty much paid for a $50 game. Shit.
It's
right?
true.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, so it's all in the eye of beholder, like, and it depends on how you spend it. Like, when people, and that's the thing, right? And I always said that's the problem with Fortnite, because they do it in those V-Bucks, and a lot of kids are the ones that are really buying the shit for that game, and parents don't understand what V-Bucks actually mean, right? When you say, well, that's if that character cost me $15, the parents know what $15 means. But if you say, well, that character cost me 1,000 E-Bucks, they're just like, well, what the fuck does that mean, right? They don't know what the equivalent is.
Yeah.
So they just hand over the money to the kid, and the kid goes buys these expensive cards and then starts running up all this crazy fucking shit on the game, right?
True.
But it is what
Always
it
makes
is.
you buy
You
more
know.
too. It's
And they-
never the amount you need. It's always more. It's like, wait,
Always.
I only need 500. But sir, we offer you 1,200 coins. It's a special deal. It's very nice.
They also always do the thing on Fortnite where it's like, oh, it hasn't been in the store for like 400 days. Like, you got to get it now. It's never coming back. Like, they always try to like pull that on.
Do those skins come back?
Here's the thing,
Back for a
too.
limited time.
Sometimes.
Oh,
I
I
don't think Rockstar is dumb enough to come out and be like, hey, you're our audience, you're all poor, you know, you'll figure out a way to make the $100. You know what I mean? Like, that's also why we're upset, because
Yeah.
Randy Pitchford would say something so stupid. If these
Yes.
companies just shut up and sell us the product, they don't have to worry about it. But
Exactly.
when you come out there and be like, oh, yeah, you can't afford it. Oh, well, our hardcore audience. Well, what about people that want to play it, or new people? How are you going to grow a franchise if you're telling new people to go fuck themselves?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Perry, you know what we got to do? If somebody needs to get out and do a skit, we need to put on like a really sexy outfit and go down on the fucking corner and look like we're whoring ourselves out for the cash and like, look, I got a coffee,
man.
Mom.
We'll get arrested doing that.
No, just for a
Yeah,
skit. I
the
think
song-
it'd be funny. I should
I have
fucking
Fred do that.
Yeah.
How about that?
I should fucking put
Yeah,
on.
and the song would be, I'm too sexy for my land, too sexy for my shirt. I'm just so sexy.
But if
And then
if
just
Rock-
put it online.
and then-
This is what I had to do to
and then
Borderlands
Newf can
4.
do his little dance on the catwalk.
what if Rockstar was like, instead of visiting the club in the game, you're gonna go work there if you want this game?
Right.
You know what?
Oh,
I'm
man.
waiting for Fortnite to make I had to say a Master Cheeks skin.
Oh my God.
Don't.
Hey man,
No
you got Matt
Matt
Booty over
Booty.
there. All his pants fucking split because his butt is so huge. So they'll do Matt.
Well, I don't know if you're joking there, Frank.
Can
to
I
see you
can
pay
I ask
$1,000
one
for
question
Kirby
here?
Zero.
Okay,
Go
this is a
ahead.
question that nobody's ever
Yes,
asked about
go
Xbox. Why does Matt Booty? He's a rich man. Why is he dressed like a fucking kid with the corduroy pants and the fucking? This guy dresses like he's homeless.
Yeah,
They
it's the
all
same
do.
thing with
Why do these guys dress like they're homeless? They're millionaires.
Hey,
Put
if
a
I
suit
was
on,
rich,
man.
I would dress like I was homeless. If I was rich, I'd dress
This guy looks
like
like he's trying out for Peter Pan to play. Every time I see him on stage over there.
I can totally see Wicked
Is he
Hawt, by the way,
playing,
doing that.
is he
skit.
playing Tinkerbell?
You written all over
Is he
it.
playing Tinkerbell? Yeah, he said, yeah.
I was
Well-
saying, Hot. I said for that Borderlands, one of us needs to do, and I can totally see you doing this, but like go down by the street corner wearing a sexy outfit and slut yourself out, and have somebody giving you over the cash and say, "Yes, I'm saving up for Borderlands 4. You got to do what you got to do," and then put it on fucking.
I do
lineup.
that
It'd
for
be
Tomb Raider.
hilarious.
I would do that for Tomb Raider. I slept myself out for Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I bet
What
you
is your
would.
guys' breaking point? How much would you guys spend for a game that you really wanted? Because I know most people, when it comes to collector's editions, a lot of guys are spending $300, $400, $500 for a fucking statue of a game that you like. So what is the breaking point? Where do you guys say enough is enough? I'm just curious. I mean, I saw
Well,
Fuzza in the
if-
chat
if
saying you
you're-
pay $1,000 for Kirby
Well,
Zero
No, I wouldn't really pay $1,000.
Ride.
Even
I
though
mean-
it might be there now.
Yeah, don't let Nintendo see that.
Within reason, I mean, like, okay, I always buy the Pokemon double pack, and that's usually like $120. Granted, you're getting 2 games, even though it's the same game. You know what I mean? Like, it is.
It's like
a
one and
different
a
game, but
half
it's
games.
not right.
We'll
So,
allow it. We'll
Depending
allow
on the game, I mean, I guess I would pay. Like, if GTA 6 is $100, I'm just gonna pay the $100 because we've been waiting so long. You know, I don't
Mhm.
want to pay that much, but then there's other games that are $50 that are good. Like, I guess I don't really know the limit until I get there, and I'm just gonna be like, yo, I can't do that. Like, I guess I probably wouldn't pay $200 for a game or $150. Like, there's no way. There's like there has to be a ceiling somewhere, but I think $100, like, I don't want to do it, but theoretically, yeah, I probably would if it was something I really wanted to play.
I paid $50 for that new Star Trek game that came out last year, and I loved it. It was phenomenal.
Well, you got to
I
pay
got
whatever they ask for Star Trek.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
They don't make a lot of Star Trek games, so we got to support them when they make them. That's why.
I know. Yep.
Gotcha.
But it was a good game, though. That's the thing. It really was a good game.
Yeah.
I really like that VR Star Trek game. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I got that.
Once you got past the learning curve, man, you could get a good crew to go with you. Holy fuck, that was fun.
Well, they used to have voice powered by Watson, but they got rid of that, which sucks. So now you can't like use your voice in it anymore.
Yeah, but I have that on PC also, and you can play it with somebody that's using VR on Steam. So you could just go regular controller and stuff like that and keyboard, but your friend can have VR for it.
Nice.
Like I do play Star Trek Universe too. I mean Star Trek Online. So
moral of the story out of this whole article though is, charge them whatever for your games if you feel they're worth it, because the high production, whatever, that's one thing. But again, don't insult your audience. That's the biggest thing to take away is, you know what, we're all gamers and everybody's cut from a different cloth and everybody has different financial situations, and what one person deems as expensive is not that much to somebody else and vice versa. So bottom line is treat all your gamers, like they got a sense of intelligence, and and hope for the best, right? So
yeah, let me add to that real quick. If you're a brand new game, do not have it at 70 and above. You need to be 50 or 60, because in this market, you got to prove yourself. You got to prove if you're worth. Remember Callisto Protocol? Was that worth $70 when it first came out?
Hell yeah, it fucking was.
A clerical error because there was frame rate issues in the game?
Yeah.
The clerical
error.
Love that game. You going to court for this thing? What are you talking about, clerical error?
And it was the same points too.
Fucking idiot.
But if you're not a proven legacy game, you should not be at 70, 80, or 100. You need to start at the beginning, like about, let's say, since the market's been 60 for a while, $60. You should not be that high up there.
And if you are that high, don't go on the internet and tell everyone they're fucking poor. Keep your mouth shut. Right. Shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like, I think if you're a company, no matter if you're AAA, AA, I think there needs to be if it's a new IP, in particular, is that don't go overboard. Like, don't make the game too long. Don't spend too much on the game. Development's got to be fairly quick, because you got to, again, the first IP should be just see if there's an appetite for it. And then if there is, of course, you build. The second one is twice as big, twice as long, twice as grandeur. But that's how you do it. You don't put all your eggs in one basket on an IP that might not sell, and then you turn out and you be the next fucking Concord. You know what I mean? So... yeah, no, Rockstar doesn't have to justify the price. GTA will sell itself, and you're absolutely right. Just because they can charge it doesn't mean they should. I hope they keep the price in check, because I don't want them that's the thing, right? Like they're going up, but we don't want to see people just take advantage of it and then skyrocket the industry to a price where GTA decides, well, they're going to up their game by exponentially more than the competitor, and the competitor starts following suit because they think that their games are worth just as much, and so on and so forth. We see this big fucking following suit, but you know what's going to happen? They're all going to end up in the fucking bargain bin, and they're going to be like, oh, why didn't this game sell like 10 million copies in week one? Blah, blah, blah. Because you over fucking priced it,
flea markets
overestimated. What?
I like flea markets better.
That's
where you find out you're good.
That's where you're itchy, old man.
I'm sure Perry goes to the flea market to find classic games sometimes.
Not anymore. Frank does that.
I try to.
Oh, okay.
Look for those gems, man. You never know when you're going to find a gem, right?
You never know.
You found an Xbox One X for 30. How much you pay? $30?
Yeah.
Damn.
And he traded in the GameStop for like 120.
I literally took it home, turned it on. It was already reset, and I brought it right to GameStop because I put it toward my Switch too. credit.
That's what I
And it
do
worked
too.
just
That was like last year.
Before you go, you gotta know what you're looking for and what the price is.
Bringing up
That
my
way you
old
can
Smash. I was bringing
make
my
money.
old Smash TV over to the recycling people last year, and inside one of the like the containers, the sea cans that they put all their recycled, like all the electronics has to go to a certain area to be recycled.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at a bin, there's a fucking 360 there. And I had a Connect, and I had a couple of controllers and shit, and all the cords were with it. And so my buddy goes, "Nah, maybe that thing's broken." He says, "Fuck it, take it anyway." He goes, "You never know." So I take the whole thing home. Guess what? Fucking worked like a charm.
Wow.
It's like somebody just dumped it in the recycling, probably because they didn't want to sell it or whatever. But
You got rid of Smash
perfect.
TV on what? Super Nintendo or something?
No, his
What?
smashed TV.
Yeah, his
Oh.
Smash TV.
Not
I thought you
Super
were
Smash
recycling
TV.
retro games.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Oh,
you
the
can sell
one
like
like-
$300.
What are you doing?
So when you
Jerry was about to have an
when
issue.
So, Newf, when you got your 360 with Connect, did you start doing Dance Central and breaking it down?
No, he
and
did
stuff
Naked
like that?
Uno, obviously.
Naked
What do you
for the
think we
Connect.
used the Connect for? Naked Uno. It's the only thing we need it for.
It's
Bill
all about
Gates is
Zoo-
still sitting in
It's
that
all about
room,
Zoo Tycoon,
waiting for
man.
the one guy to be naked in his living room.
I'm waiting. The meat's been.
I was playing Naked
Nah, wasn't
Trades
nothing.
on Naked Trades and Uno.
Nothing was ever worse than playing
Naked
Full House
Twister.
Poker when the X 360 camera first came out and watching people showing themselves and dude, I was like, dude, I don't need to see you naked. Why?
It's like we don't need that. This is awful.
No.
Wasn't the first guy to do that Cerebral Paul?
Did he pat the camera pointed at his nuts?
He came into the song from fucking Limp Bizkit. Keep rolling.
That's what happens every time you do you pop down the wild card to draw 4.
Nah, he said, I can't drive 55.
Oh, man. Cranking Sammy
You know,
Hagar.
Cerebral gonna get us, right? Cerebral gonna get us, you know that, right?
We love Cerebral. Just all jokes, all in fun, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm sure he'd have something clever to say to us right now if he was here.
Oh, if he get too mad, he'll ring my damn phone and say some shit.
Just gonna try to get him back on here sometime soon. So anyway, let's move on to the last topic of the night, and that is Gears of War, the long-awaited movie. Looks like it might finally. Let's cross our fingers on this one, though, boys, because we saw that how many fucking times already. I mean, that thing was supposed to come out like years ago. I think there was a Gears movie plan when Cliffy B was still in charge of the franchise, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still waiting for that Peter
Cliffy
Jackson
who?
Halo
No.
movie.
Cliffy who? Who's that?
Cliffy B.
Who's that? Cliffy who? Who's that?
yeah, we get it. So anyway,
He ain't with
Gears
Xbox no
apparently-
more, so I don't
Finally.
know who that guy is.
Netflix is making a Gears of War movie. We don't know about the cast yet, although Dave Bautista has on multiple occasions put his name forward to play Marcus Phoenix, which I think most fans would say he's a pretty damn good choice to play the part, although now he's kind of fucking dehydrated looking, so I don't know if he wants to hit the weights and bulk back up again, because Dave Bautista looks like a bobblehead right now, like his fucking massive head on top of this, like it looks like he shrunk, like he come out of Beetlejuice or something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's on steroids, man.
You know? So, but
Beetlejuice,
anyway, I'm
Beetlejuice.
sure he'd pull it off pretty good. He's a pretty good actor and good roles, if he's able to get the part. And I think the poor guy should get it if they're still interested to cast him. Who else they're going to cast, I don't know. But I said as long as Tom Holland and Pedro Pascal do not end up in this fucking movie, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Those guys have been in more movies than there's been fucking dicks in a twat in a porno film. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They'll probably give it to The Rock.
Oh God.
The Rock.
He's
I don't want to see him in there either. But yeah. So David Leitch, the director of John Wick, he's done a few other films, and that's one of the most notorious films he's attached with, is going to be the director. So right now, again, starts production. They're going to have to start finding the actors. Hopefully we'll find that out soon. What do you guys think about that? And most importantly, what do you think about that? Is it about time? What are your hopes for the movie? And I guess ultimately the second part of this question is, what has been your favorite video game to TV or film adaptation?
Who's taking
Anybody?
I'll go.
Go ahead, Proto.
I'll go.
X can go.
Oh, go ahead, Proto. Then.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, for me, with John Wick's director being tied to it, hopefully we get something along the level of John Wick, man. I mean, the Gears movie itself, I mean, with the franchise as long as it's been around and as deep as it is, it should be a real easy fucking script to write, you know, and get it done. And you got so much material to go off of. Just hopefully they respect the material. I mean, hopefully they don't pull a fucking Halo, you know, and what they did with that shit show of a show. But you know, and obviously,
we don't need to see no more
Cheeks,
we don't need to see no more
Marcus Cheeks.
You know, obviously,
I want to see some Marcus Cheeks.
No Marcus Cheeks. No Marcus Cheeks.
No.
But yeah, I mean, just cross your fingers and hope for the best. I mean, we've been waiting. God, it had to be about like 10, 15 years since they were talking about giving us a damn movie, you know, and it's ready for it. I mean, the games, the way they play out, the storyline and everything, you know.
Well, the way the movie industry's going,
back
Bella Ramsey
then-
could be Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, Christ.
But back then, video game movies and shows were not as popular about 10 years ago. They were just concepts.
Nah,
You know, some good ones started coming out though.
No, I want to
That's
say
the
that was
problem.
more early. That was like early mid 2000s. We were starting to see a real good uptick. You know, I mean, you know, you still had some stinkers, and some of them I loved just because they were fucking ridiculous. And I guess I can segue into like the second part of the question.
Doom
like,
with The
what was my
Rock.
favorite? Huh?
Doom
What was
with
that?
The Rock in it.
Oh, I loved it. I loved that movie. I thought it was
Doom
great.
with The Rock.
Oh, I
It
loved
was
it.
okay.
Oh, I
It was
had a
okay.
blast with it. I thought it was fun. You know, sure, it didn't really respect the material and tried to rejig the story, but you had The Rock and Carl Urban, and that was just a fun watch. And then the part where they did the first person, yeah, that I thought was a trip. I unironically love that movie, and it's the same thing with and you guys will probably laugh your ass off about this, but Uwe Boll's House of the Dead.
Yes.
I loved that fucking movie. It was so ridiculous and over the top, and just the dumb shit they did. And you had what's Ron Howard's brother's name? Clint Howard. He was in it. Just I love
I
that.
heard about that recently.
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's amazing. It's so bad. It's amazing. You need to watch it.
How was that?
You do.
What are your two, my friend? What are your two, Foxy?
What's that?
What are your two favorite ones?
One of my two absolute favorite ones are probably the original Mortal Kombat, the '95 film, because that was
my
just
man.
genuine.
That's what I was gonna say. So
Yep,
I ain't gotta
yep.
say nothing. That's one of mine.
Yeah, that one is because it was so good. And then the first Resident Evil film, I actually enjoyed. I thought it was a real cool take on that kind of story, and almost was like if you separate it from the franchise and it acts as a prequel to the events that happened in Raccoon City before stars get into the mansion.
Right.
That to me made sense in my head, but it was a fun watch. You know, I enjoyed it. I still watch it all the time. But yeah, like the bad ones I enjoy just as much. Like, you know, the original Super Mario Brothers movie, that was completely fucking ridiculous, and it was a fever dream. And I'll watch that any day of the week. And like I said, House of the Dead and Doom, they were fun. You know, but yeah, as far as like genuinely good films that I can just enjoy without having to like now I can't down a case of beer, but before I had to down a case of beer, it would be Mortal Kombat 95 and then the first Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the theater day one, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my number two. Real quick, I'm sorry, that Fallout series was one of the greatest adaptations of a gaming thing I've ever seen, and I've seen all of them, but that was pretty much, bar none, a pretty much perfect 10 adaptation of Fallout for me. It really was. Y'all thought I was gonna say The Last of Us, didn't you? Not. But that's it on that one. Y'all, everybody else can go. I got my piece out. And y'all thought I was gonna say Tomb Raider, didn't you? Y'all thought I was gonna say Tomb Raider, didn't you?
You want me to lay the
I'll go with Mortal Kombat 95, Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously the new one.
Yeah.
You know, I like the original Hitman movie from 2007. I thought that was pretty good if you watch the unrated version because there's a lot of blood in that one.
I saw that one. That was pretty good. You're right.
Yeah, they made a second one, which I have on 4K. Just never watched it. I got to check it out one day. But there's a lot of good gaming movies out there, but it depends. I mean, it depends on what you think. Like Hitman had problems because he wasn't a clone in that movie. And that's like the whole point. Like he's a clone. He has no feelings or whatever. They kind of gave this guy like feelings and stuff like that. And it's like, I get why people are pissed off about that, but
he did say movie or series adaptation.
Yes.
Okay, Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
that was good. I don't care what these people say. That was good.
Twisted Metal tried to fool you into thinking it was like, oh yeah, we're doing our own thing, we're taking our own liberties, but at the end you got rewarded for watching because they were setting up World Tour, which is the second
for
game.
the battle, right?
So I mean that it was like rewarding you for watching that show. It was like, man, more shows got to get that idea because all these shows they take liberties with the properties and then they fuck you over by giving you a crappy ending or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They could screw it up in season 2, but let's see. It comes out at the end of July. I'll be there.
Yeah, and if you people haven't seen it yet, go look at it. It's on Peacock. It's really good.
Watch it.
Oh, yeah. That's
Next.
all I got,
buddy.
Sorry, just what's the name of that Batman character? The guy with he's got the split helmet. One side's black, one side's orange. What's his name?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. Right. Who's that actor that played Deathstroke?
Was it Will Smith?
It was Will Smith.
In the Batman movies.
Will Smith played Deadshot.
That's right.
In the Dark Knight, right? In the Dark Knight, he made an appearance toward the end.
Right.
I can't remember. I cannot remember.
I think it was Deathstroke. What the hell is his name? You know the actor I'm talking about, right? Let me see. I'll find him out here.
Because I don't think he had
on
the
Deathstroke.
he didn't have a costume.
Joe Manganiello. That's it. Joe Manganiello.
Joe Magnioli.
Yeah, he's
on Raw.
I've heard that name before. He's been around.
That's like trying to say a couple towns where I'm from, dude.
Bro, he was married to Sophia Viagra. They just got divorced.
Sophia Viagra.
He couldn't hold it up.
Well, she is like Viagra, that's for sure. That's a great.
I was gonna say you don't need the blue pill for that one. She's all you need.
You guys know him from Magic Mike because he was in that apparently 1 and 2.
Oh no, but
Nobody
it sounds
saw
like you
that
are
film.
well informed in that movie.
But
Frank
okay,
got it in 4K.
8K.
the best.
Yeah. Well, I'll make it real quick. I think one of the really good adaptations that came out, kind of not necessarily, but it was. I really did like the Gran Turismo movie, even though it's loosely based on a real life thing. But as far as I think the best that I've seen lately, I'm going to have to say the Fallout show. The Fallout show to me was probably the one that nailed the feel, the look, the best. I think there's too many liberties taken with others. Like The Last of Us is a decent show on its own, but it's obviously taken a lot of liberties to the game. The fact, first of all, that the characters, and I still can't get over it. Like, I no offense to Bella Ramsey and stuff like that, but come on, guys, or Pedro Pascal. But how do you go out and cast characters that essentially look and don't sound anything like the characters from the game? There's a million actors and actresses out there that could have looked the part at least, and that would have made it more believable. And now they're talking about going to season 4 because they don't think they can finish the story in season 3. Like, it's almost like they sped up the first part and they're condensing the second part. It's just a lot of weird shit. And if I'm going to go back to an old school, I got to say the original Mortal Kombat. That was a pretty cool movie for its time.
Right.
That might seem a bit cheesy today, but at least they tried to stay fairly true to like the scenes and the characters and that sort of stuff. They didn't try to get away from it. And I think that's the thing that misses the mark the most with all these video game adaptations is like they already have great stories, but every single one of them seems to give it to a scriptwriter that either has never played the game and makes this weird fucking adaptation and screws everything up. Like, it's like, how do you do that when the script is right there? Like, Halo should have written itself. Like, how do you mess something up when there's so much content there that all you had to do is kind of follow some of it and you would have been right on the head, but instead you write all these fucking shitty scripts and you stray from, like, the main thing that makes Halo Halo. You know, the whole helmet coming off, we knew that would have to happen somewhere along the line, but it fucking happened so early in the series, and then basically watch him take it off pretty much every show afterwards was kind of like, what the fuck?
The helmet coming off should have been a cliffhanger at the end of season 1.
Absolutely.
And you don't see it.
Right.
Yeah, holy shit, his helmet came off. What does he look like? I gotta tune in next season.
You can't identify with the actor. Well, it worked for the games. We could identify just fine with Master Chief in the game. We never seen his face. And you didn't even have to hire an actually well-known actor. You just had a big fucking dude that could wear a costume. That's it. Right? Who cares? Yeah. You can pull a whole
they don't want to
fucking,
pay the guy, that's why.
You know, they did that with Darth Vader. James Earl Jones did the fucking voice, and there was some bald, fat, weird-looking dude that fucking played Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. You're like, he looks like a fucking overboiled egg.
He's a nice guy. He's really nice.
You know what I'm saying? Oh.
No, I know what you mean.
Hey, Newf, did you see the Borderlands movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's not bad, actually. It's not. Me and some people agreed it's actually better than what people say it was. You should check it out if you can.
Is it on?
Well, he would, but he doesn't have $80 because he's not a true fan. You see what I'm saying?
It's gonna cost you like $80 by the time you get everything and you go in there.
You know, when I watched it,
he might find one of these with it on there. I don't know.
They actually posted it on. They actually had the whole show on YouTube one day. You know, somebody bootleg. You know how they do that stuff. And that's when I saw the Borderlands movie. And then I said, that's not bad. And I watched it again. So it's a pretty good movie, dude.
I think this Gears series has a really good shot because literally all the highest grossing movies and shows are game adaptations now. Like they're doing phenomenal. The past like 5 years, they've been on fire with those, with Sonic and even the Mario movie, Minecraft, all of it. So I think this is going to get made, and it's probably going to be good because they know what to do and what not to do. Because it seems like the shows that they take liberties with are getting canceled, and the ones that they stick to it, besides Last of Us, are doing well. So hopefully this has a good shot. I think it's going to be good.
I agree. And what's your favorite 2 adaptations of games that you like, young man?
Well, Father Time. I'm about to give you my list right now, Old Man River. So
who you calling Father Time, mofo? Who you calling Father Time?
Why'd you take a seat, pop your pills, get yourself a glass of warm milk?
I'm a bowler. I'm a bowler. 300
Ruthless.
Don't call Papa Smurf.
Anywho, so we getting back to the list. Man, my favorite adaptations, I'd have to go. I got to give you these 3. Right off the top of the dome, these 3. The brand new Mario movie, the Sonic movie, and then Fallout. Those are my 3 favorites. But I will have to say I was not even thinking, and I totally missed the original Mortal Kombat when I was just originally thinking when you send out the topics, Newf. I was like, and then y'all said it. I'm like, wow. I'm an absolute.
Let me ask you this, Hot, since you brought up the Sonic thing, right? We're talking about adaptations as well and sticking to the source material. Now, we know they obviously made lots of liberties with the movie, and it turned out to be awfully successful. But we also remember the original design on that movie of Sonic? How fucking awful.
Oh, that was ugly. That thing looked evil. It's like
design.
You saved the Chip and Dale movie. Come on.
If you wake up and turn your head to that, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
That thing, oh my god, that was rough.
That was scary.
It was so bad to the point where I was actually wondering if
that Sonic looked like some kid that comes to the shop.
That Sonic would have, if the kids would have seen that in the show, they would have been scared.
Like, dude, look at this. Like, I get it. He's a hedgehog, but it does not mean that you literally need to make his snout look like a freaking hedgehog with his black eyes. He's like, whoa.
Well, good thing that
Like,
listens.
he literally looks
Right?
like one of the aliens
But
from
could
fucking
you
Toy Story.
imagine-
Like, he's the claw. Like,
Can you imagine the outcome
Guys,
had the
come on,
studio
no,
not
no.
fixed it? Due to the fan backlash, they fixed it. But can you imagine how that movie might have done if they went ahead with the original design? Like, I think based on the reaction of the fans and what we're getting from this panel, at least the hardcore fans of Sonic, they would have never watched this movie. This movie
fuck
was
no.
DOA.
I guarantee you, I would set it out.
To bring engagement their way. Like, do you think that maybe they knew that this was not a good idea, but it brought so much engagement. Granted, obviously they changed it. Maybe they were going to change it.
Well,
I don't know.
The irony is they changed it and the film did great. But then they put that ugly Sonic in the Chip and Dale movie, and he was like the hero of the film. It made that movie such a meme. People loved it. Crazy.
Man, you know what got me so pumped? You know what got me so pumped in the movie? I saw it, I loved it, but then when I saw Tails at the end of the movie, I'm like, oh, I can't wait for number 2.
Dude, that was
I can't wait for number 2.
I was in the theater, right? And Tails comes out. It's like the Super Bowl. Everyone was going, yeah. Like, holy shit.
I love Tails. Like,
Everyone
Tails,
went nuts
Tails
when
was
it
my
happened.
dude. I went nuts. I remember when the Mario movie at the end with the Yoshi thing, like everybody left. Like I went with like my nephew and like my brother-in-laws and stuff, and like they had kids and stuff, so they left. Like I went alone. So I'm like, don't worry, boys, I'll let you know what happens. I sat in there alone to the point where there was the guy cleaning up like on my aisle. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to move. Then it happened. I'm like, I was the only one.
The thing with that, I mean, the Mario movie was a good movie, but they didn't take as many risks because, first of all, the Mario movie was 100% CGI, right?
It was just a commercial for the game.
Anytime that you take a CGI character and you impose them in with real world stuff, like the fact that Sonic is the CGI hedgehog that looks like Sonic the Hedgehog from the game, but then you get Jim Carrey's version of Robotnik, which
that was
he was well done, but he doesn't look kind of weird looking like he does in the game per se. So, like, you see what I mean? So how they managed to pull it off was amazing. I think it's largely again because Jim Carrey, the guy, can pull off just about anything.
Yeah,
he did just such a great job of being maniacal and weird and quirky, and I think that's why people bought it. And then when he eventually kind of had the big mustache and stuff, it was so cool. You saw the evolution at the first movie, and then more of it the second. So, like I said, it was a bigger gamble for the Sonic movie than it was for Nintendo with the Mario one for sure.
Yeah. I like the Easter egg that they put in Sonic, where, you know, if you got him on pause and you just sitting there and he likes to just tap his foot and just sits with his hands on his hip waiting for you. They actually put that in the game and the movie. They actually put he's waiting in the movie with his foot tapping.
They put the original like Sega Genesis instruction manual in the second one when he's riding the mech.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I saw it.
That's crazy, right?
Sir X-Man's favorite game adaptation is E.T.
Oh God!
You know, I still got some of those cartridges, dude.
Oh yeah.
I never even liked E.T. the movie, so
they gonna bury you with them.
Oh wow!
Out in a landfill in Arizona.
Like, we have no use for these. Throw them in.
I also got 3 copies of Yard's Revenge and a whole bunch of other ones, dude.
Oh man,
toss those in too.
What would you guys say was one of the worst video game or adaptations of a show or movie?
Oh God!
Objectively,
Mario movie.
Probably some of the ones I mentioned.
Street Fighter was pretty bad with Van Damme back in the day.
I love Street Fighter. I mean,
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I like Street Fighter.
It's just so cheesy and campy. It's good.
I don't think it was the worst one though, by far, because there's worser ones than that. But yeah, that's one that comes to my mind because I remember how much.
There's so many of them. It's hard to choose. It's so many of them.
A lot of people say the original Super Mario Bros. Movie, but I like that movie. But that's just because I'm nostalgic for it, I think. But I don't like that.
I saw that shit in the theater, man.
Oh man!
Well, I did.
When Yoshi got stabbed, all the kids were like, "Oh, oh my god!"
Yoshi the Velociraptor.
The best video game movie that was about video games, but not about a video game. The Wizard.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yep.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
I love
California.
The Power Go. That's what made the Power Go super famous. Yeah, was that movie?
I take Ready Player One.
It's so bad.
If I go with that.
Yeah, Ready Player
Red
One.
No, I actually
People
like
just saw
Ready
the
Player
wizard
One.
just to see what the hell Mario 3 looked like. We all know that.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. That's exactly
That's
why
why everyone went to
everybody
go see
watched
it.
it. This is Mario 3.
Did anybody
hell,
ever see the World of Warcraft movie?
Oh, that
I
was
have it on
terrible.
4K. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah,
Oh, so
that
bad.
movie was overly complicated for no reason. They could have made a much better story.
Yeah, it was
I
so
like
bad.
I like Warcraft 2 from back in the day on PC.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
The movie was like, I don't even know what happened with that.
Oh,
They just
it-
went crazy.
Oh, they
Good
did.
thing I
It
got it
was
when it was
nuts.
$10.
It was like, okay, guys, you're not Lord of the Rings here. You don't have to try that. And then they, the way they kind of swapped up how they were trying to handle some of the characters, especially the orcs. It's just like, oh
Yeah,
God,
it was
this is
rough.
giving me a headache.
Yeah,
That one was genuinely bad. Objectively, I mentioned like the Uwe Boll movies because he did Postal also, and I know that was a piece of
Right.
shit.
He did the Blu-ray movies, at least the first one and two. I
Yeah.
think.
You know, the
Alone in
Pikachu movie was pretty good.
Oh, Pikachu
Yeah.
was
It was.
amazing.
Detective Pikachu
Detective
was
Pikachu
awesome.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Love
I like
it.
that one. I
Yeah,
forgot about that one. I like that one.
I love that one.
Love it.
You know, I thought
Pikachu
Rampage with The Rock was all right. I
I
mean,
see.
they
I
kind
haven't seen that one yet.
of kept to the actual, like, the game really doesn't have a story, but they kind of like made it to where it's like, okay, you can believe this.
Mhm.
This is why they're destroying all the cities and all this stuff. You got to watch it to see what they do.
I really like the Wreck-It Ralph movie.
I was
Frank
going
is
to
in-
say,
Frank, you're in Rampage. The guy looks like Frank.
Wow.
I wish he was
The guy
actually
looks like
Actually-
Frank.
Frank looks a lot like Frenchie from The Boys.
I don't
You know
watch
what?
it. I don't know.
A lot of people say I look like Jonah Hill, and I've gotten mistaken for him like multiple times. I don't know why.
That's awesome.
But
What is
Perry's
that
up there,
animated
Perry's
one?
up there
The
looking like the
fantasy-
Kingpin.
I think it was the Final Fantasy Advent
oh,
Children.
Spirit.
was so
You're
What
talking
is
about
it?
Advent Children. Okay.
Advent Children was really good.
Yeah, see,
Final Fantasy Advent
Children
Children.
was good. But then you have
Yeah.
Spirits Within, the actual CG movie that they put out in the theaters.
Yeah.
That one was pretty awful.
That had wicked CGI for the time, though, man.
Oh, it did. It had
That
amazing
was
CGI
great.
for the time, but it was just bad. And yeah, Stevie Mac, Alone in the Dark. Yeah, that's probably going to be hands down my worst one.
You
I
know,
would have
there's
to
this Dead Rising
So what did
movie
you guys
that came out in
think of the
2015. I
Minecraft
never heard of
movie?
it. What?
I didn't see
Have you
it.
seen the Minecraft one? Because I'm hearing it's
I
actually
saw
pretty
it.
good. I was
Frank's
thinking,
not
like,
that.
how do you make a movie about fucking Minecraft? But apparently, they've got one. So.
They did.
Here-
I have yet to see it. I want to see it so bad. It looks
I'm
so
gonna
dumb.
watch it.
And it's going to be
That
amazing.
thing made a killing. It made a killing.
Oh,
It's
it
all
did.
right. If you're under 12, like my kid, she's 5, she loved it. I thought it was okay. Like, it's funny. It's a good, entertaining movie. There's obviously going to be more of them now because it made so much money. Anything Minecraft is going to make
Yeah.
money.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It wasn't bad. I think they're going to do better with the next one or two or however many they make because they have somewhere to go now with it. You know what else was a really good adaptation that no one mentioned? The Ark Survival Evolved cartoon that came out.
Oh
like,
God,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I think it's
really
on
good.
Hey, you
Paramount.
and Sir
Yes.
X-Man got to
Oh
do a
my.
podcast. You like
I
all
know
the
he
same
likes
stuff.
all the same stuff as me.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, that
I
was
wasn't expecting because I saw it. I was like, all right, let me check this out. And I was like, oh my God. And then what happened to that little boy? Oh, I was like, no way did they do that.
that was damn good. There's a Tomb Raider
I know,
cartoon too,
right?
but I didn't watch it yet.
I didn't care for it. And I'm a Tomb Raider fan. I just didn't feel it. I did not feel the Tomb Raider animated one. I did not. And I own every Tomb Raider ever made. So it just didn't hit the spot. And I do not like the movies with Angela, what's her face?
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Oh, and then they made that
You
other
own the
one.
N-Gage?
Now that other
Nokia
one I
Engage.
like.
No, I had the N-Gage.
I had the Engage. Yes, I did. All to play Tomb Raider. But
See, I'm
that,
still-
that,
Pro
newer,
Skater.
that newer Tomb Raider was
See, they
not
did that
bad.
Uncharted movie, and I'm still pissed. I mean, I guess I should have known. Like they're gonna go with the new hotness and the actors, and they picked Tom Holland. But
They got to put
remember
him
it was
in
supposed to be.
everything.
It was supposed to be Mark Wahlberg was supposed to play fucking Nathan
Right.
Drake, and they were going to find another after Sully, and then it took so long to come out that they flipped it around, and he played Sully. But again, Nathan Fillion, dude, the dude was born to play that role. When he did that a couple years ago, when he financed that short 15-minute film of Uncharted, that shit was fucking amazing. Because like, dude looks, sounds, everything. He had the mannerisms. It's like, dude was meant for that role. And it's kind of funny because he actually did, I think, a voice or something. Like he actually did. They switched it up, him and Nolan North, and dude, like you couldn't tell. Like he can do Nolan North is crazy. Like it's yeah. So he should have been to me. Everything, he's too old. The dude was in his fucking 40s. Nathan Drake looks like he's definitely like late 30s, if not 40s. So what the fuck?
Right, yeah.
Well, I guess
I just thought about the first one.
You know.
Hold up. I just thought about the first one, and I hate to do it. Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Oh, that was so bad. So bad.
I had to think about it.
Annihilation, not Armageddon.
The Max Payne
Annihilation,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a Max Payne movie too with Mark Wahlberg. That was
Max Payne was bad.
Like I said, there's more bad ones than there are good ones.
Oh, for sure. Like
funny,
somebody in the chat, I
I
forgot who put it in the chat. They said the Double Dragon movie. They liked it as a kid, and I'm a big fan of Double Dragon, but I couldn't even do it. I was just like, oh, what the hell is even happening?
I have that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, Scott Wolf and Mark Dacascos, I think, played in that movie. Is that right?
Yeah, there was the guy from
I've seen it.
what was that freaking show on TV with Nev Campbell and that other girl? The guy from that show is in Double Dragon.
Yeah, remember the
Scott Wolf, I think his name is.
Scott Wolf. Yeah, I just said it.
Yeah, y'all remember the Street Fighter Chung Lee show movie?
Oh God, what piece of shit!
I didn't even watch it.
Oh, I did.
Oh man,
And it was. I wanted my
bad. It was so bad.
Funny, they really couldn't pull off video game adaptations until like the past 5 years. Now all of a sudden they're like the top grossing films. Like,
well, because Hollywood ran out of ideas, so they're actually like trying to take care of this stuff now.
They're trying to steal off us gamers. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And they're finally realizing that there's been a lot of great scripts in video gaming for decades. You know, it's great stuff. The writing's been there. They just, and again, and that's the funny part. The writing is already there. The games are already done. Basically, all you have to do is adapt it to a film, and yet they keep changing shit all the time. Right? The first thing is be true to the characters, because without the characters, there really is no story. Second is locations, and that's the one thing I like. That's the one thing I really liked about, like you were talking about the Tomb Raider, right? The ones with Angelina Jolie. I thought those were fun movies. I didn't think they were terrible. They weren't the best. They were terrible. I loved Angelina Jolie as a character. She definitely embodied a Lara Croft for sure. But the one that came out a few years ago with Alicia Vikander,
it wasn't bad.
To me, she didn't kind of ooze the character as much, but I liked how they adapted the movie from the game because they actually used a lot of like the very same scenes.
Like the airplane.
I could recognize the stuff from the game, and to me, that's kind of what makes it cool. Is like when it feels like they're taking shit out of the game of when you're writing the film. Same thing with The Last of Us. That's the one good thing with the show. Like there's literally parts throughout the show that you literally go, well, that was just in the game. And that's kind of cool. You know. When you don't deviate so much that you're changing what makes the game special. You know what I mean? And Halo's got enough content. They didn't really have to go out and rewrite the wheel here. You know, they just follow the fucking game to a certain degree, and they could have had a much more successful show. But again, you start trying to appeal to this weird audience. You try to appeal to the TV audience. And I always say, if you go after them first and omit your big fans, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to screw it up. We got a super chat coming in. This one comes in courtesy of DE. He drops $10. Go ahead, man. Take it away, Perry.
You don't have a join button. This is me joining. Thank you very much. And RWK also submitted a $1.99 super chat a little while ago.
I didn't see that. Let's go check it out. Sorry about that, RWK. Yes, he did. He did.
Enjoyed. The wife wants to watch Found Us Nation 3. Peace. All right. Well, peace, and thank you again, buddy.
Thanks, RWK. Yeah, the Final Destination movies, those are pretty cool. I like those. Apparently, the new one's doing really, really well.
Yeah, I might go look at it. I've loved Final Fantasy. I mean, not Final Fantasy. Final Destination.
You're gonna walk into the wrong movie.
You're gonna walk in and walk right out.
Nah, but I've seen every Final Destination movie. That I like them.
That sounds like a back-to-back good porno. Final Fantasy with Final Destination.
Oh Lord!
No, I can see the movie called "It's the Final Back End."
Oh God!
Final Fantasy, Final Destination is the Uber taking you home.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Final
dude,
Destination is where it all ends.
Yeah, the post-nut clarity. What did I do?
Final
What have I
Destination.
done?
Final Destination 5 is where it all ends, but begins again.
So we had a movie theater across the street from my house, and I told Frank, I was like, we should buy it. Say we're gonna show like Star Wars. Everyone goes in, we lock the door and put Star Trek on instead, and they're all trying to bang.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
Oh, that'd be
I thought
right.
you were about to say shit like the Amanda Show, where it's Block Bleaster, where it's all movies that you and Frank are just acting. Like it's Star Wars, but you guys are acting it. You said Star Wars. This is Star Wars.
And our
It's
first
better.
feature
Stars
is
Boys.
The Wrath of Khan.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I saw
man.
that shit in the
Suffer through
theater.
the motion picture first.
Yeah.
Well, we
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
I got them
Spaceballs
all.
convention.
I own them all. I own it all
Yeah, okay.
digitally. I
Yeah,
bought
me
them
too.
all.
I got it. Well, I got it on 4K.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
I have the
I don't know
set.
4K or Blu-ray. I don't even remember, Frank.
I have the 4K set.
I got the Blu-ray set, not the 4K. All right.
Yeah, I've got the 4K set.
Alrighty.
Plus, I have all
Unless-
the new Star Trek. Still waiting for Star Trek 4.
Damn, that was serious.
All right. Unless anybody has anything else to add, we are getting close to the end of the show. As a matter of fact, we're running a little over time, so let's get ready to wrap things up. And we'll quickly do a couple of questions for yours truly, Arnold Schwarzenegger. We've got Cletus Dunmore, and we also got Safe House Sam in the building. If you got any questions, now's the time to drop them in the chat. Take it away.
I got
everybody.
one real quick.
I got it.
Hey, Arnold, if you made a Star Trek and you were captain, what would be the first planet you would go to? I know me and
The same one that you would
know.
go to. I'm sure the first place that you'd want to explore is Uranus. We'd go there. I've already been to Mars. I've done that in Total Recall, and it wasn't very fun. So hopefully there's something else. Or we could land on Jupiter and get a little bit stupider.
Oh wow.
Arnold. Now that Joe Magnioli and Sophia Viagra are divorced, you think she would make a good maid?
Oh my God, you would have
God.
been the ultimate mate. I love that woman. The only thing about her sometimes is her grating voice, but if you can get past it, you just tell her to shut her hole and bend over, and it's amazing. I mean, she's a very attractive lady. She's got great curves. I love Sofia Vergara, or I'm going to call her, as you said, Sofia Viagra, because she gets me up all night. Yes, I would love her to be the maid. Send her over. Tell her, let's do it.
That's too much.
Now we got
I
to
know, right?
give this to DE in the chat here because he says Arnold would say engage like the Terminator. So let's hear it.
What the hell do you mean by that?
You stay engaged like
what
a Star Trek, Arnold.
Jean-Luc Picard used to say, engage.
So I'm just going to look at her and say very few things like, I'll be like, turn your back. Over.
Arnold, engage
On your
means
belly.
warp speed, dude.
I just want you to say the word engage.
I'm going to the phone book. I'm looking for Sophia Vergara. Are you in the phone book?
You boy. God damn it, Newf, engage.
First of all, you can't do the Terminator nowadays because there is no phone book. I mean, now it's all in your phone. Nobody's looking up a
Looking
gigantic
for her in a phone book.
I thought you were on Star Trek. Wouldn't you just beam her
Hey,
up?
Arnold, whatever happened to that fat guy you threw out of the phone book in the first movie?
He's still stuck. He's still stuck downstairs. He's never gotten out of it. You can go back right now. You're going to find his pants wrapped around the skeleton. His legs are stuck out there.
He's a
Still there.
corpse.
Hey, safe house.
Dude, we used
Safe
to
house.
rewind that scene over and over again. Talking about a phone book.
Hey,
go
Safe
ahead.
House. What would you do with one of the green girls from Star Trek?
Oh man, that's a fucking great question. And about fucking time to save us, got like 2 minutes of your cop ass fucking time up in here. Because let me tell you, I got lots of shit to say. This fucking video game industry is gone to fucking shit. But I'll tell you this much, I'm gonna tell you that. Green Ladies of Star Trek. Let me tell you, that's one of my fucking idols in life is Captain Kirk. That fucking guy has been with more fucking pussy from every type of fucking planet. I swear to God, and that guy gets around. You don't care. Could be fucking gonorrhea, fucking pyorrhea, fucking diarrhea. Like, you know, that man could have. He's probably got some kind of fucking alien fucking venereal disease fucking rolling around his fucking cockhead. But let me tell you, I would turn those fucking green chicks clean. Let me tell you, they'd be fucking blue by the time I'm fucking done with them. Let me tell you that, yeah.
Oh, so you do it with an Endorian woman.
Can you imagine what my fucking motorboating them with my fucking throat and voice? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid to see what he would do with those antennas.
I know, I was about to say that, right?
Freaky with those antennas.
I know.
Yeah, I've always wanted to give her that chick from the one with the big bug eyes that's in Guardians of the Galaxy. Just hold on to her by the fucking two antennas. Just fucking give it to her.
Oh my God.
Hey, Arnold, is it true Randy Pitchford is snorting something big, long, and hard?
Randy Pitchford is not there. He's fucking snorting cock. That's what he's fucking doing. Get the fucking penis head out of your fucking nose. Stop fucking sniffing cum juice, you dirty whore. We're not all out there millionaires, and not everyone here on this panel that's made out of money going to buy fucking $80 games, you dirty bastard. You know? Look at the Wicked Hawt down there. Hawt is so disturbed by other fucking games. It looks like he's fucking constipated.
It won't come out! Yeah!
Oh wow.
Say the words, you launch your brown turds.
Somebody
I need to get their release.
Somebody needs some KO peptide to get some shit unclogged.
That's right. I got them clicks up. Them fucking paps are all clogged. I need to clean them out.
All right, any last questions? Anything for Cletus?
Arnold, what do you think about Mental 9R being a full-blown pony now?
Whoa!
Only a matter of time. The first thing that I've learned in this life is I have to trust most of you guys who don't have any hair, because that means you just do hair. So you're going to the pony shop where all the fucking in the ass don't stop. Yeah, because you really don't.
Go ahead. Because I was going to say something real quick. Hey, Safe House, I got a question for you. How does a horse take a shit?
From the looks of it, he took
Good Lord.
He's censoring himself.
Yeah, no shit.
goddamn let me tell you. Fucking horse. I want to take a fucking shit around here, man. Yeah, all the time. All the fucking time. That's the only thing that's fucking good. Take the shit, man. Let's go.
Good
That's the most entertaining. Watch some fucking horse shit. I was watching one the other fucking hilarious, and somebody posted a video. It was a goddamn cock hanging right to the fucking, almost right to the ground, and he was trying to fucking back. Fucking hilarious. God damn. Elephant fucking cops. Bust them a fucking thing open. I might even bust a fucking bank account open with that fucking thing.
Bet you it was good fertilizer.
Daddy, what?
You see that video that goes around catching the elf shit? Elf would be shitting and she'd be catching it in her fucking dress, and then she's like tossing it in the air and stuff. So what the fuck?
What?
Yeah, it's like I saw it on like fucking Twitter or whatever. These videos of some girl in the country. She makes something with the shit, so she collects it. And she gets really excited when they're taking a shit. She'd be like catching it all on her dress and putting it on her face.
I saw that fucking video, and you want to know what I did, Newf? I scrolled right by it, but it sounded like you watched the whole thing.
Must be on the wrong side of the internet because I ain't never seen that.
Oh man.
He walked in there and was like, wrong side.
Exposed my algorithm. My algorithm has been exposed.
Yeah, there's some weird shit out there. What's this?
Yep.
You have trouble with shit?
What the fuck?
No.
What was that, Mitchell?
The most Canadian.
That's that old Eddie Murphy bit, man.
Oh, yeah, that's great. All right, we're going to wrap the show, guys. Another Dynamite episode as we hit the almost 2.5 hour mark. Great guest tonight. Frank, thanks so much for being here, brother. Hope you had a good time hanging out with us. Always good to have you on. And let's get you back soon. Hopefully, I'd like to get you, Anthony, Fred as well on the show at some point in time. Might have to do a special one-off with GAD here sometime in the future as well, especially if the topics and stuff align. So, yeah, we'll try to get that together. We definitely got to set up a new community game night here, like right away. So, but anyway, Fuzza, let people know where they can catch up with you. Usually, you'll find yourself hanging out with Perry on a variety of podcasts.
Yeah, every Wednesday between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern, the GameComplainers on YouTube, GameComplainers podcast with me, Perry, Anthony, and Fred. And Perry's always doing something on the channel too, so check it out and subscribe.
Amen. You're Wicked Hawt, brother. Thanks again for being here. As always, you're rock and roll, baby. Let's go.
Yeah,
people know where they can catch up with you, man, when you're not hanging out in the bikini bottom under the sea.
Ooh, well, when I'm not under the sea, hanging out with all my friends, you can find me on playing on Xbox, playing on PlayStation, and can't forget every Sunday, just whooping Sir X-Man's ass into shape and bowling. So if you want to see me teach him a lesson, show up on Sunday. It usually happens between like 10 and 11 Eastern Standard Time.
Yo, man, keep the dream alive, bro. It ain't gonna happen.
That's right. I had a dream that I beat Sir X-Man in bowling, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I swear to God.
Oh man.
Well, you know what they say: if you play with your balls long enough, they will be swollen.
Something fun will happen.
Sir X-Man.
What's
Let
up?
people know where they can catch up with you, my friend.
Sir X-Man 1 on Twitch on Sunday with this guy trying to teach him how to bowl if he can ever listen. Normally you can catch me on Dragon's Den on Saturday at 5:30 Central with Lemon. But there won't be one this weekend. No show this weekend. And maybe once in a while I hang out with Wise. Other than that, y'all know where to find me in the normal haunts. Sir X-Man on Twitter and wherever. That's about it. I got to get back to bowling.
All right, Proto, let people know where to catch up with you, man. It's getting late in your neck of the woods, and you probably want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but awesome show as always, man. You can't beat it. All the links are in the description below. YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. You know where to find me, and of course, every Tuesday night here on Gaming After Dark.
There you go, guys. Quick and simple, to the point. And speaking of to the point, Perry, let people know where they can get you, sir.
Find me every Wednesday night at the GameComplainers on YouTube for the GameComplainers podcast between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern. That's when we go live with myself, Frank, who's down in the corner over here, Anthony, and Fred. And shout out to Fred. He just graduated college yesterday at 29 years old.
More milk.
Did he flunk a few times?
Nah, he pulled a Van Wilder.
No, I don't fucking know what
he
happened.
pulled a Van Wilder. That's what he did.
He finally graduated, so there you go.
Way to go, Fred. Great stuff. Yeah, guys, obviously, go follow these guys. Their links and stuff are in the description down below on the podcast. Again, to the chat, you guys are dynamite. Can't say that enough. Each and every week you show up here, you guys are absolutely dynamite and fantastic. We love the great chat, the feedback, the questions, the comments. It's just awesome. And like I said, very few, if any, like trolls and morons in the chat. So, the fact that our moderators basically have to do next to nothing is fantastic. That just means that you guys are awesome.
Lazy ass moderators.
Lazy ass mods. And you know where to find me. Always right here hanging out with these fine gentlemen each and every Tuesday night on Gaming After Dark. But until next week, take care of yourselves, guys. Play on and go Oilers, go baby! Tomorrow night,
Let's go,
round
baby.
3. Let's
go, LA, LA.
Ooh.
They're already gone.
Oh shit!
Edmund and Dallas, baby. Let's go.
15
All right,
days
guys.
will switch too.
Let's
So
go.
there you go. Count it down.
Take care. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.